macaroni salad. Welcome to the show, everybody. I'm sorry for the delays. I've had some serious technical difficulties on this end, and we finally got it rocking and or rolling. Hold on a second. Maybe I haven't figured it all out yet. Oh, whatever. I don't even know what's going on. I'm getting a serious, yeah, exactly, echo. I don't know why. How about now? Yeah, it's still there. All right, hold on a second, everybody. How about now? Is it there? You've got two screens on. Okay, well, there you go. All right. Yeah, there you go. That fixed it. I'm here for the chaos. Yeah, Dan, this is nothing but chaos. This is supposed to be one of the best episodes of the season, and I have completely train wrecked all of it. Anyway, thank you everybody for being here on a Saturday night. You got a million other places that you could be, but you chose to be here on the corner and hanging out with us. We have an absolutely fantastic guest tonight, Clean Car Chris. Just absolutely fantastic. Everything that I've seen of this guy just absolutely resonates. Exactly what we're trying to do here on the corner. The good vibes, the supporting of one another. It's absolutely epic. We have again, we've come into our next era of podcasting. So, you know, this episode is brought to you by the House of Rags. It's let's just get started. Let's just get started with the House of Rags. All right. Tonight's episode of the Phoenix E.O.D presents the Corner Hangout, proudly sponsored by our friends over at the House of Rags, built on quality. Now, listen, detailing is one of those industries where the little things matter. Everybody obsesses over polishers, coatings, pressure washers, blah, 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 blah. But then some guys grab the cheapest microfiber towel known to mankind, and they wonder why their paint looks like it lost a fight with the Brillo pad. Well, THOR does things differently. Premium towels, premium materials, built by people that actually care about results. No gimmicks, no fluff, just quality gear for real detailers. And the best part, you can use promo code THECORNER, save yourself 10% on your order over at the House of Rags. Again, the House of Rags, built on quality. All right. So anyway, forgive me for being razzled and dazzled. I have notes. I have questions. I have comments. I have all kinds of things for our guests backstage. I'm really, really honored to have Clean Car Chris on the episode. Not only is he a detailer, which is what you guys love, but he is so community oriented, which is what I love. Again, you guys have heard me say this a million times, that the only reason why I'm really even in the game is because I love this community. I love what you guys do. I love who you guys are. I just love being here. So I guess without further ado, let's get these guys on the show. We have a producer now. His name is Rick Smith. I think he believes that he is the owner of the show. I'm not sure. That's just the way that he does it, but I don't know how producers do things. So I just let him take the reins and he does whatever he does. So without further ado, let's bring on the show Clean Car Chris and Rick Smith.
We here.
How are you, sir?
What's going on, guys?
What is going on with you?
Tell me something real quick. Is it Aaron or Aaron?
It's Aaron.
Aaron.
Yep, Aaron.
Hey, Aaron. Hey, what's up, Rick?
Hey, Chris. How you doing, man?
Yeah, man. Finally good to meet you guys. You know, it's been a minute, so we've been going back and forth about this for a while. So I'm happy to be here. You know,
we got 21 people in the audience, which is fantastic for a Saturday night.
Yeah, man. Shout out all 21 people. You know.
How are you, my friend?
And I'm glad to be here. I'm on the corner. So this is the corner hangout. The corner is the spot to be. So I'm here. Happy to be here. Chop it up with you.
Talk it's about such whatever. An honor to have you here. I got to meet you down at MTE at the end of January, and it was just such an honor. I got a great picture of the two of us. And then, and that inspired me to follow you and kind of like lean into who you are and what you are and all of that stuff. And I just got to be honest, you're one of the good people. Like you're one of the good people that we just need to have in this universe. And I'm just so honored that you wanted to be on the show. Normally we have to like entice people.
No, let me bring it back to MTE. I remember I was over by the Biobombs booth where your booth was also.
Yep.
And I think I was talking to Christian for a little bit. Shout out to Christian from Biobombs. And we bumped into each other. And you saw my logo on my shirt, I think, and you were like, "Hey, you're Clean Car Chris." And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "You're supposed to come on my podcast." And then immediately I knew you're Aaron from Phoenix E.O.D, right?
That's me.
So, you gave me a huge man hug. We broed it out for a while, and we talked about coming on the show, and finally, a couple months later, here I am.
Yeah, well, we had to reschedule that one time, but I'm really, really, really glad that you were able to reschedule for today, because I think today is going to be the last the last corner hangout until the big move. We are moving operations to Ohio. And I had Mr. Producer kind of put a kibosh on bringing on new guests and things of that nature until we figure out exactly how the layout's going to be. But we secured the new warehouse. The first weekend of June, we are moving to Ohio, and we should be operational in Ohio by the third week. So like I'm hoping for a 2-week window to move. You heard it here first. Chances are, operations and shipping and things of that nature is going to be a little bit delayed at the end of May through the middle of June. But it's an absolutely fantastic opportunity for Phoenix to really grow by moving to, from dirty Jersey to Ohio. It's pretty exciting.
So that means you have to move also. Is that correct?
Well,
yes and no, kind of.
We're kind of in the middle of sorting all of that out. We just had a new anchor baby. So I just recently became a grandfather. My wife became a grandmother here in March. And so she's not really excited to leave New Jersey just yet. So it's going to be kind of a split of operations between the two. Manufacturing and 3PL will be out of Ohio, and hopefully we can continue to do e-commerce from New Jersey. We're still trying to figure all that out, but I'm optimistic that I can live between two worlds.
I hear that. Well, congratulations on your new grandchild, and sure
thank you, sir.
I'm sure the move will, you might bump into a couple obstacles, but it will be all good, man.
We'll sort it all out for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
For sure.
I see some comments coming up there on the screen. That's pretty cool.
What's that?
I see comments coming up there on the screen, like one from David Boyce.
Yeah, Mr. Producer on top of
big
it.
Up, man. Big up.
All out of sorts.
Somebody has to pick up the slack for AA, Ron.
Well, I appreciate it. Again, it takes a village to raise an idiot. So
when we have a guest the caliber of Clean Car Chris, somebody needs to help you.
I know. I've been saying it all along. We've only been planning this for 3 months now. So Chris, first and foremost, thank you so much for coming on the show. Like, you definitely bring a certain level of caliber to the show that, maybe we get, maybe we don't get. You know what I mean? Most of the time it's guys like Rick Smith that are on the show, and that here you are. I just want to, without sounding patronizing, I want to say, hey Don, what's going on? Good to see you. I want to say thank you for what you do in the community. You definitely have an aura about you that resonates with me. And what I mean by that is when before Phoenix even got started, my mentor was Brian Spittler from Apex Auto Detailing. Okay. And he was telling me for years when I was working for another company, he was telling me for years, hey, when are you going to do this? When are you going to do it? When are you going to do it? When are you going to do it? And if you do it and when you do it, I will support you however I can. And when I finally, pulled the trigger and started Phoenix E.O.D, he literally carried my product line on his website. And at the time he was selling some art to shine nonsense. But there were, it was a ceramic coating versus my ceramic coating. And it was my, my hybrid detail spray versus his hybrid detail spray, and again, yeah, of course, yeah, I did help him start BC 1, 2, and 3, but he still carried my products on his website. And I would always be like, hey man, like, why would you do that? Why would you sell like the competition on your website? Right. And he would always say, there's plenty to go around for everybody. And now here you are doing Meet the Detailers on your YouTube channel. Mm-hmm. You just launched this app, which is absolutely amazing, where detailers can talk to detailers. And yes. and you just give out this huge vibe of there's plenty to go around for everybody. And we're in this together. So let's help each other out. So absolutely. I'm just going to kind of pass the ball to you and be like, why are you doing this?
Well, I think first of all, it's part of my character, just just a natural thing, really, yeah. And also it kind of goes back to when I started detailing. For the first few years I was pretty much detailing by myself. I'm a solo operation, right? One-man operation. And I didn't know anybody in the industry. I didn't know any other fellow detailers in my area, and this went on for quite some time. I mean, the closest to networking in the industry for me was going to the local detail supply shop. Shout out all those guys over there, David at Detail Superstore of Fort Lauderdale. I'd go there and kind of hang out and ask questions and stuff like that, and that's as far as it went. So after a while, I was just kind of like, you know what, man? I need to reach out to more detailers in the industry and try and connect and network some more. I already had the channel running at that point for like, I don't know, a year or two maybe. And I was like, you know what, let me just pivot a little bit and create the series, Meet the Detailers. I just came up with this idea and I was like, yeah, well, let me just reach out to people in my area. Of course, I got a lot of people hit me back, and a lot of people didn't hit me back. And the ones who did hit me back agreed to meet up, and we just filmed the first episode with William, a cool young man from Williams Auto Detailing down in Miami. And from that first episode, people just kept reaching out, and I would keep reaching out, and they would reach out, I would reach out, and it just became what it is right now. I mean, it's still very young, just started. We have 12 episodes up on the channel, and so far so good, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, you first and foremost, your subscribership is growing exponentially daily, so that's fantastic. Yeah. But again, just going back to the fact that like you are highlighting your competition on your channel is just so incredible. You know what I mean? Like that is one of the things that is clearly disappearing. Well, I don't even know if it really existed outside of like our little bubble. When I was working at the old company, I heard time and time again, when I would go into dealerships or detail shops, it would be like, I'm not sharing my information with anybody. I've spent 20 years working on my skills and working on my tricks of the trade, and I'm not sharing that with anybody.
Right.
And then, you have guys like, my four horsemen, Brian Spittler, Fab Automotive Detailing, Phil from Miranda Detailing, Papa Smurf from Papa Smurf 918 Detailing. Mm-hmm. Like these guys built their channels on sharing information. They built their channels on we want everybody to succeed. And that's why I started with those 4 guys as my 4 horsemen, which was like, you share in what I believe in, and that is we're in this together. So like, why do we have to be so clandestine about everything? Why do we have to be so stingy about the information that's sharing? And
Right.
and like my mentor Spittler says, there's plenty for everybody. So
Exactly. And what kind of did it too was that being on the social media space in the detailing industry for like those first 2 years or so, I realized, unfortunately, that this industry can have it can get very toxic and very disrespectful in the social media place, which
Yeah.
I thought to myself was just so whack. This is just so lame that detailers are hating on detailers behind the keyboard or behind their telephones on social media,
yeah.
I mean,
So
I thought it was so whack, and I was just like, what, I'm so not that type of person. You know what, I'm gonna go out there and meet people, and I really want to go out there with a mission to create like a good vibration in the community, because I'm sure that even though there's all this kind of hating nonsense going on, I'm sure there are a lot of detailers out there and people in the industry who are actually the opposite and actually want to connect, want to help each other elevate. You know what I mean?
for sure.
So that was a driving force behind it too. So I was like, you know what? Like I said earlier, let me reach out to people and see who wants to link up and hold that vibe, highlight their business on my channel, which I have no problem doing. And, it just turns out that everybody I've been connecting with so far is thinking the same way you and I are thinking. And I'm sure Rick is thinking the same thing too,
Yes, so you went out.
And you know what? You know what's a reoccurring theme too? Everyone who I've connected with is feeling the same way, but everyone who I've connected with is actually running real detailing businesses, doing this for a real living, and are actually doing it at a high level too. So that in itself just goes to show me that, people, industry professionals are actually connecting with each other, trying to help each other. All that hating nonsense is happening way down in the bottom somewhere. And I don't really have time for any of that stuff. I'm 45 years old. I'd like to believe that I'm, a little bit more mature than when I was in my 20s and 30s, of course. I don't have any time for that type of nonsense. I just want to connect with good people out there and elevate everyone. I love this industry too. So,
So let's if you don't mind indulging me on a little backstory here.
Sure.
You did a fantastic interview over on Christie's podcast. That was fantastic. I enjoyed listening to it. I enjoyed doing my homework, watching that episode.
Yeah, shout out to Christy every time. It's
absolutely.
A pleasure being on our show. Yeah.
So kind of to get everybody caught up to speed, you went to school for business and marketing, specialized in marketing. You spent a bazillion years in that field, and then it's been recently in the last 4 to 5 years that you transitioned over into detailing. And I love the fact that you've done marketing, because marketing does play, because I did the same thing. I was a business major with a specialty in marketing.
Right.
It went into creating Phoenix, the color scheme, the NFL, logo-esque type of imagery, all of that stuff. What I didn't, obviously I was distracted because I know you went over it because she asked you, but the question is, how did you transition from business to detailing? Like, why detailing?
Well, you're semi-accurate there. What happened was I went to school, got my marketing degree, and straight out of school, I actually went into the trucking industry.
That's right.
Right?
You did.
Like Rick.
Rick Smith, he's a trucker.
Exactly. I went into the trucking business right out of high. Well, not. If you really want me to be real technical, I graduated with my marketing degree here in Florida, but I went back to Jamaica for, I believe, a year or two. And then I came back to America, and then I got into the trucking industry. And I stayed in the trucking industry for almost 20 years, I believe.
How did you fall into trucking? Because I know Rick's man, he fell into trucking because of his dad. Like it was basically his dad was doing it, so he did it. So how did you get into trucking?
Well, hey Rick, it's a very similar story too. My dad used to truck at one point when he was really young. So he had suggested getting into trucking, and then at the time he had a friend in Florida who was actually still in the trucking business. So it he reached out to his friend, and then his friend agreed to have me travel with him and like basically show me the ropes. And that's kind of how it all started. So I moved back to Florida, hooked up with my dad's friend, and he kind of showed me the ropes of the business, and then I got into it from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so is that your connection to Florida?
Originally, the connection was, well, I would travel up here when I was a child. I would say maybe every summer or every other summer, my mom would carry me up here to shop for clothes and stuff like that for the year. So we make like a yearly trip. I'll come up here with my mom, and she would, purchase the necessities that I would need for basically the year, some shoes, some clothes, and then I go back to Jamaica. So we're kind of familiar with Florida in that sense. So when it came time to start applying to universities in high school, we just kind of picked the Miami, Fort Lauderdale area because we were semi-familiar with the area. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got in, and then I came up here and went to school, pretty much. So Rick, you still trucking, man?
Unfortunately, yes, I don't. I do it, but I don't really enjoy it. But I prefer detailing. I'm just looking for a way to make that more sustainable financially, and then I want to quit driving. But yes, I still do it. But I prefer detailing. My passion. That's where my passion is. That's what I love to do.
That's kind of what happened with me too, because at the time when around the couple of years of the pandemic, I was hauling cargo. A lot of cargo that was leaving like the port of Miami or the port of Fort Lauderdale, and a lot of that cargo would head to the Caribbean. And as you know, the world was stuck for a while, so no cargo was going anywhere.
Yep.
So I was pretty much parked up for a long period of time. And then when things started to open up, little by little, you get some loads here and there, but then my truck actually had a bad breakdown, like with the engine, real bad mechanical problem. So I went into the shop, and then another problem was we couldn't get any parts at the time. Because remember, logistics was a nightmare during that time. So all the parts I needed to fix my engine, I mean, if I remember correctly, my truck was probably in the shop for 2 months, something like that. So during that time, I always kind of had an interest in detailing and figuring out a way how I could still be self-employed and still have like basically a one-man operation, similar to the trucking, It's just
Chris,
you and
why detailing? Out of all of the different trades that you could even remotely want to get involved in, why detailing?
In general, I like cleaning in general. Just cleaning things overall, cleaning cars, cleaning my house. I used to enjoy cleaning, keeping my truck immaculate. I just enjoy cleaning, period. And then when I was trucking, I remember there would be more than a few times I would see mobile detailers in neighborhoods working, and I would always see them. I was like, that would be maybe a cool little side project to start, make some extra money on the side. That was kind of the thought process at the time. And then just little by little started getting into it, going online, reading a lot of detailing articles, just kind of started going down that rabbit hole. And then as I explained to you all those issues I had in the trucking business, things were just kind of slowing down. So then I started to be like, you know what? I'm just going to start detailing more and more and more. And then, the whole content aspect to it, I just started filming myself detailing on my own, and it just kind of trickled down from there. Eventually I parked the truck, and the detailing was able to sustain. So I just kind of kept rolling with it, pretty much.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
And you're in a perfect area for mobile detailing. The weather is in your favor the majority of the time as well.
Yeah, down here it's sunny Florida.
Yeah, but I mean it gets pretty humid down there too, and that can be pretty rough.
Yeah, I would say over the last maybe 2-3 weeks. 2-3 weeks ago, it was pretty like still cool in the mornings.
Yeah.
And then at 9 o'clock it would start to heat up, but now from 6 o'clock in the morning, you go out there, you can feel the humidity. So it's getting really hot. It's coming up to summer. Summer tends to get a little bit slow on my end. I don't know about any other detailers really, but for me, summertime has been pretty more the slow season for me. I think I kind of wrap it up to the fact that it's rainy season here in Florida during the summer too. So almost every day during the summertime, heavy thunderstorms come down. So there's a lot of rain. You might get sunny mornings, but it's definitely going to be like super rainy afternoons. And then a lot of my clients too are recurring maintenance clients who are on a schedule. A lot of them start traveling. Their schedules change because school is out. It's summertime, so their kind of schedule is kind of off. So,
yeah, that's wild because the majority, like for at least for the manufacturing side of things, like the slow season is November, December, January, February. It's cold. Nobody's washing their cars in the middle of the winter.
Right.
You know what I mean? And we, usually hit that big lull, right there. As a matter of fact, I know one of my detailing buddies, he just takes his all of January off. He's like, I'm just going on vacation in January, and I'll go to someplace warm like Florida in January so that, you know what I mean? Because nobody's getting their car washed here in New Jersey in January.
Right. But yeah, the weather is hot though. It gets ridiculously hot here. It gets really humid, So
have you had to deal with the effects of hurricanes? Have you been in the path of any of those?
Since I've been detailing, no major hurricanes has hit my area. But yeah, I've lived here before when a couple of hurricanes have passed through. Yep, definitely.
What made you decide to be mobile and not get a shop or want to work inside?
It was just the easiest way to start for me at the time. I didn't have to invest a lot of money. I already had a pickup truck. I didn't have to invest in a van. I was like, how can I turn my Tacoma into a rig? And, just keeping the overhead low. It was kind of like a proof of concept. I didn't want to get into something too deep. Not sure if this whole, project would even work out. So just wanted to be smart about how I started keeping the overhead as low as possible. So I started mobile. Yeah.
No, go ahead.
So I started mobile that way. And then over time, I kind of transformed my garage into a work area too. So bigger jobs can actually come to the house and I work on them here. You know what I mean? So a bit of both ways, but I'm definitely more mobile.
So you said you're about 45 years of age. You've been doing this for 4 to 5 years.
Yes.
Which means that you were doing trucking till you were about 40.
Yes.
What went through your head, or how was that transition from doing, like, for example, for me, like my wife, you have a stable 9-to-5 job, with a steady paycheck. And then all of a sudden you're going to start your own company. And it is 100% just kind of like Geronimo. Yeah. And, for the last 4 years, it was absolutely terrifying for me personally. Like I try to keep it all contained, and every time you're in front of the camera and every time you're talking to somebody on the phone, everything is absolutely wonderful. But they call it the duck approach, where on the surface of the water, the duck looks like everything is perfectly fine, but underneath the water, the duck is paddling and moving and trying to do whatever. So like, how was it for you? Like the encouragement to say, Rick Smith, the encouragement from transitioning from one thing into the next. What was that like for you?
it definitely did pose a lot of challenges, especially mentally too, like you're saying, but you kind of I just had to kind of adopt the mindset that I'm going to go into this and I'm going to give it my best shot and just keep moving forward no matter what. It was a slow transition. It's not like the trucking just immediately stopped and then I was looking around what to do, like kind of scrambling. It was pretty, I wouldn't say smooth, but it was a transition. I was still trucking and detailing at the same time at a certain point. So as the trucking kind of slowed down, like was slowing down and slowing down, I was realizing, all right, then I'm going to have to start putting more effort into the detailing side. So it was kind of like a transition, but at the same time, I don't know if it's my upbringing or just being a Jamaican. I mean, we're strong-willed people, as a nation in general. Jamaican people have overcome a lot of struggles, and I think maybe that's just
we're gonna definitely dive into that in a minute. Dive into that in a minute. I want to really get in. I really want to get into that.
Okay. You know what I'm saying. So I just got to adopt that mindset.
Yeah. We are about a half hour into the show.
Yeah.
And we got a long ways to go, so I hope you don't mind.
I'm here to hang out, man. All the corner hangout, man. I'm here to hang.
All right. So anyway, one of the cool things about being sponsored by the House of Rags and the partnership that I do have now with them, where we are going to be carrying the 3 of the towels that the House of Rags sells, Mr. Twister, Freebird 600, and Level 1. So Mr. Twister goes hand in hand with our new glass cleaner that's on its way out. Level 1 goes hand in hand with our brand new graphene ceramic coating that is now available. Hey, Yum Cars, what is up at 2 a.m. checking in? I love that. And then, of course, we have the Freebird 600, which should be known as the Titan of all towels. So, all right, Corner family, we got to talk about this towel for a second. The THOR Freebird 600, aka the Titan
Freebird.
What did I say?
Firebird.
Oh, Freebird. I meant to say Freebird. Anyway, all right. The THOR Freebird 600, aka the Titan towel. And yes, literally the color matched the thing Titan from Phoenix E.O.D. The Freebird and Titan, they match. It's amazing. It's almost like 2 great tastes that go great together, which immediately made me irrationally happy. But here's the thing. This towel isn't just pretty. It is stupid plush. All right. Like absurdly plush. This is the kind of towel that you grab when you're doing a final wipe down, you're spraying sealants, you're doing coatings, detail sprays, garage queen paints. Basically, anytime you don't want to induce marring or drag junk across the finish. Thing feels premium the second you touch it. So tonight we're giving away alive along with a 16-ounce bottle of Phoenix's E.O.D. Titan. That's right, 1 bottle of Titan and 1 towel of THOR's Firebird 600, the Titan towel.
The
courtesy
Firebird,
of our
yes.
friends.
Name has changed. It's the Firebird now. That's right.
It's the Firebird.
It's the Firebird now.
It should be the Firebird. I
It
mean,
should
that
be.
is
I
what
agree.
Phoenix
That's
is.
It's a pretty good name. That's
All
a pretty good name.
So, courtesy of our friends over at the House of Rags.
Hey, I heard towel talk.
Code.
I'm in. All right, promo code. Go ahead.
Promo code THECORNER will get you 10% off of your order, and you will support the show, and we will be grateful for it, and we love you. So click on the link in the description below, and there you are.
Dude, I'm excited. We're gonna have
Jamie.
some Titan, the Titan towel, and the Titan detailer.
How's my girl
together.
Gina doing? How's my girl Gina doing?
Gina, she ain't out yet. I'm watching the prelims. We'll see how your girl Gina does. I think she's pretty old. I don't think it's gonna go well for her, but we'll see.
Yeah, but she's got the reach. She's got the reach.
She's very fit.
Listen,
We'll
in her prime, she was one of the best.
She was bad.
She was one of the best strikers out there. Now
she was bad 20 years ago.
Rhonda's a great grappler, but if Gina can keep
Rhonda's not a great grappler. She's an Olympic silver medalist.
Okay, all right. So she is the grappler.
Grappler.
As long as Gina can keep the distance, I think she's got a shot.
We'll see.
But if Rhonda gets in there, it's going to be over quick.
I don't know. We'll see about that. Look, we're here to talk Clean Car Chris because he's been on a meteoric rise here on the YouTube. He's doing some amazing reviews, and most importantly, building community and talking that positivity. And that's been a warm welcome, Chris, to the YouTube community, I'd say.
Yeah, what's up, Jamie? Nice to meet you.
So it's a pleasure finally meeting you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, man. Respect.
It's a great camera you got, Jamie.
Respect. I know my camera is crispy.
You look fantastic.
Dude, this Logitech is on point. It's even like extra crispy today. I don't know what's going on.
Macaroni salad.
I'll send you the link, all right? I'll send you the link.
Please. I'm about to buy another one for my new location out in Ohio.
Yeah, it was only like $60 too. I think it's a pretty good deal. I think.
All right.
I might be wrong. Might be 100.
Send me the link. Yeah, camera is on another level. Dude,
Yeah,
like seriously. You look good.
Shout out to Yum Cars. Chris just reviewed a few Yum Cars products, so thank you, Chris, for checking out Yum Cars.
Yeah, shout out to Yum Cars, man. Shout out to Christy too. She was the one who.
For the record, I doing my homework and listening to your product review.
What's that?
I said doing my homework and listening to your product reviews, like hurtful across the board. Like hurtful. Just absolutely hurtful. Like seriously, who uses penis anymore? Like I just want to who uses P and S. I got a P and S.
Ignore this guy. Look, he gets on a roll sometimes. After 40 minutes of the podcast, he is downhill. I apologize.
I'm just saying, like you could be doing a lot better, especially when it comes to interiors. I mean, there is nothing better than Typhon. Are you kidding me?
Well, send the man some Typhon. Have you tried Typhon yet, Chris?
I'm pretty sure Rick Smith already did.
No, but you know what I'm saying? You know what? I meant to tell you earlier, the Apex, the soap.
Apex, yeah.
Oh my gosh. You know
what a soap, right?
What a soap, man. I usually work out of 3.5 gallon buckets. I fill it up and I put in, I didn't measure it or nothing. I just kind of eyeball maybe an ounce. Probably was even a half ounce. It was.
That's too much, Chris. That's too much. Yeah. That's too much.
When I hit the bucket with the pressure washer gun, man, I saw those suds, man. I was like, God damn.
That's a lot of suds.
That's a lot of suds. Yeah, for a 3 ounce.
It was like noticeable. I was like, yo. I was like, God damn. And then, of course, contact wash with your mitt or whatever on the surface is just super slick, super smooth. Really nice working time. That's what I love with a soap, when it has good working time in your mitt.
Yeah.
And it's like super slick, like really lubricated on the surface. Yeah.
Well, that was one of the real pride points was the fact that even if it does dry, it reactivates immediately and doesn't leave any of that spotting and water spots and stuff like that. So of
course it's great for me down here too, where it's super hot. You know what I mean? And I don't use DI water, to be honest. I never use DI water ever.
It still foams good even in high ppm water. Like it doesn't have any problems. Apex is the golden child of the Phoenix brand for sure. It's right there by
we tried reworking the formula, but it is the apex of soap.
And the man's basically giving it away. If anyone is on his price point, like it's nuts. It's way too concentrated. It's crazy.
Yeah, so, dude, it's at 600 to 1. Like when you think of it, 600 to 1, 1 gallon of soap is going to make over 600 gallons of soap.
Yep, that's a lot.
So stupid.
Well, in theory, yes, but not the way Jamie does it. He just glug in the bucket. He get about 200 to 1.
I don't do that with Apex. I put a smidge. I mean, just
so I'm thinking for the 4th of July, we're gonna do green grape. I think that we might just do green grape limited edition, first come, first served.
What about
green
bomb pop?
What's that?
What about bomb pop? I thought we were doing what's the red, white, and blue rocket pop? I forgot what those are called.
Bomb pop. Yeah, you're right.
Bomb pop. Yeah.
Bomb pop. What does that smell like? What does that smell like?
I don't know, but it's magical.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna.
So if you could get that scent, we're cooking.
What
a scent?
Bomb pops.
Chris, I use Apex 1-to-1. That'd probably murder your foam cannon.
Yo.
All right, bomb pops smell like a fruity explosion of cherry, lime, and blue raspberry.
We're trying to change the scent of the Apex soap for 4th of July.
Apex doesn't have a scent.
They're trying to add a scent.
These animals love scent, and they want. I could add cherry, no problem. I got cherry on hand.
So we got fresh face, fresh opinion, and clean car Chris. So Chris,
Yep.
Yeah.
soap, scent, no scent. What do you prefer?
For the Apex specifically.
Well, just in general, in general.
When you're
want-
fooling around with chemicals, what do you think?
No, I mean, if there's a nice fragrance, a nice smelling chemical, it definitely stands out. It definitely, who doesn't like a nice smell? Put it that way. You know what I mean?
There you go. There you go.
But either way, I mean, just to work, as long as the soap is good, if it doesn't have a scent, I'm fine with that too. But like I said, if it smells good, I mean, great, right? But
Just adds to the experience.
it adds to the experience. But at the end of the day, we're just here to work, and if it cleans properly, does its job, I mean,
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But that Yum stuff does really smell good too, though. Shout out to Yum all the time. They have like a different type of scent to their stuff, boy.
Oh yeah. So they're from the UK. They just have a different flavor all around. Like their products work differently, different scents. Once you enter a different market, like soap changes, the methods change. It's interesting trying brands from all around the world and how the processes change and stuff.
Chris M, the idea behind the scent doesn't like a nice smell. The idea was twofold. All right. The first one was Brian from Apex was like, I don't want anything in my soap. I don't want there to be any colors. I don't want there to be any scents. I just want it to be lubricious and clean. That is it. Add anything else to it, and I don't want it. I want it to be just absolute pure. And then after I did it, I got a whole lot of DMs and in emails saying, thank you for not doing a scent because, fragrances trigger my asthma. They trigger, respiratory issues and so on and so forth. And so I was like, all right, well, I might be the only guy out there that's making a soap that doesn't have all of that.
No, but that makes sense though, because it even is the same thing, just on the detailing standpoint for like a last touch, leaving an air freshener or scent in the car. Some people don't like that.
Don't like it. Yep.
Yeah, it bothers them. Yeah, so you gotta always check on that too. So.
Yep.
I know the 1 in 10,000 people who are fragrance sensitive. Okay, so again, Chris M. God, he's busting my balls all night. We'll make a scent, and
I think it's perfect because this gifts you the opportunity to make special edition soaps without people like complaining about it. Like say like Detail Co has this like apple scent in it. So if we were to come out with like a blueberry soap and a cherry soap, people just be mad because they're like, you're just putting out soaps for us to buy. You know what I'm saying? So you starting with no scent is like, we're going to put a scent in it like once a year, run a limited edition.
Right. Yeah. We'll do it like, again, we do the 4th of July and we do Thanksgiving. Those are our two big events of the year. So why don't we do a 4th of July scent and we'll do a Thanksgiving scent?
Yeah.
Does that work for everybody?
Yep. 4th of July hot dogs and Thanksgiving gravy. Yeah. Hot dog water in July.
Hot dogs and gravy. I love it.
Gravy in November. I like where this is going.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
I was thinking more of the lines of like cinnamon, but all right, go for it.
Ooh, cinnamon would hit. Cinnamon apple around Thanksgiving.
We'll do cinnamon apple at Christmas time or Thanksgiving, and we'll do bomb pops.
If you can get bomb pop, I'm telling you, that's a hitter.
Well, I have cherry, no problem. I bet you I could probably score a raspberry pretty easily. I don't know. Well, and lime, but I can't. I don't think I could mix the three because that would just be terrible.
Yeah, I think it favors like the blue one, raspberry.
Raspberry, yeah, and blue dye. That's easy to do. Blue dye and raspberry.
It more leans towards raspberry. So if you can get a good raspberry, that'd be pretty sweet.
All right, there we go. All right, I'll see what I can do. I'll call the chemist on Monday.
Let's go.
You heard it here first, folks.
Nice.
Looking forward to that scent on whatever scent you choose on July the 4th.
Thanks. I was going to go with green grape, but apparently that
is it the first time you're going to be adding scents to the soap, or you've done this before?
We did a tropical sunset last Thanksgiving, and people seemed to really, really love it. It was tropical sunset. It was basically fruit punch. Had some coconut and cherry.
And it was well received. It was nice.
Yeah, people liked it.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was good.
Leaf Apex Unscented, new name for the scented soap.
Chris wants it to stick around.
Well,
What's
yeah,
what's the secret?
unscented Apex will always be there. As long as Brian's name is on the bottle, it'll remain unchanged.
Nate brings a good point. Blue raspberry, not just raspberry. So it has to be the real artificial blue stuff.
You got it. No problem. That the blue adding dye is easy. Adding scent is the difficult part because lots of things can go sideways when you add oils.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dyes are typically water based, and scents are usually oil based, and that's why I get twitchy when I'm adding oils to something that is not supposed to leave anything behind. Especially,
but it's like very small, right? So it's not a lot. It's like scent
correct.
oil. Yeah,
correct.
So it shouldn't throw
It
off.
shouldn't. If you dilute it properly, it shouldn't do anything. But
yeah, you never know.
Are introducing.
At the end of the day, you are introducing something to it. Yeah.
There you go. Exactly.
Yeah. Makes sense. All right, let's get back to Chris. Look, Chris.
Yeah, this is about you, Chris.
I've been getting tagged in stories. All right. Chris pops up. He's all energetic. He's hype. He's like, I'm going talking to detailers. He tags the House of Rags. It says, I think he said, looking for sponsors. Now, what are we doing here? What's this show you got going on? What are you actually doing? And what are you looking to do sponsor wise to help you out, make it kind of this goal possible?
Well, pretty much it kind of is all based on the series I started on YouTube called Meet the Detailers, where I go around and interview different detailers around in my area. It's kind of expanding into different areas of Florida now. As a matter of fact, I just came back from Sarasota today. I was in Sarasota, Florida today. I filmed the first episode of season 3 of Meet the Detailers just today.
You're on season 3 already. Wow. How many episodes have you done? Let me see. I'm going to go to your channel.
Well, yeah, is it when you say seasons, is it like the new seasons where it's like 6 episodes is an HBO season? It doesn't really count. Because back in the day when I grew up, it was like 22 episodes.
Well, so far it's just kind of working out this way. I haven't really promoted it as a series, but it just in my mind, really, I did 6 episodes and kind of paused. So I decided, you know what, I'll just make 6 a season, and then I did another 6 episodes and kind of paused. So that made 12. So I was just like, you know what? In my mind, I kind of look at it, I kind of break it up like that, right? So today I would have filmed episode 13 pretty much. So we're going to start pretty much scheduling to film more detailers and head out. And
that's crazy. So you were just reaching out, like how are you meeting these detailers and reaching out to them? Like how's that set up?
It's just all set up organically, just through Instagram mainly. Yeah, like I originally at inception, I was just DMing detailers in my area. Like, hey, I'm so-and-so. This is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to come out to your appointment, film you working, and interview and make a whole...
I love the spicy beef pad.
Yeah, spicy beef patties. So it was just DMing people on Instagram and just taking it from there. So anyway, back to what you're saying, Jamie.
Nice.
Now I have the series going on the channel, but now we just developed an app, a Meet the Detailers app, which I'm super passionate about. You can download it on the Apple Store or the Google Play Store as well. Or you can
so that kind of ties into the series too, huh?
Exactly. Or you can go to www.meetthedetailers.com. There also, it's a free sign up. You can sign up to the platform and become a member. So back to what you're saying about sponsorship and stuff like that, it's pretty much, help the community. At this point, we're building the Meet the Detailers community. So anything brands can do out there is great. You can, a discount code would be great because I have a shop up on the app as well, where detailers can check out products that primarily I use and products that I like are there now. So, brands want to get involved and give a cool discount code. That'd be great.
Oh, nice. Okay. We can set that up.
Yeah. And as the app grows and the member count grows, I'm going to start up something called a leaderboard where supporters, which are going to be paying members, you have, members who can come on the app for free. And there's a tier where you can become a supporter, a monthly subscription where I can offer the user more value. A value would be something like the discount code for them for certain products, or, more along the lines of, giveaways eventually is what I want to start doing. We're gonna have a leaderboard, so the more interactive you are on the app, you can, rack up points, and whoever has the most points at the end of the month can get a free prize type of deal. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
So, things like that.
That's pretty cool.
Brands want to support is basically supporting the community, supporting other detailers who are there in the media detailers community, pretty much.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. The going back to the video, man, that was some good editing. Like, who are you editing these? Or you got a team? Like, what's going on here? That was some good editing.
Yeah, I have
look at this.
I have a videographer. Shout out to my boy Black. He comes along with me on the road, and we get these videos done, man.
I say this is a well-produced series. Like, this is great. Wow.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you very much. I mean, we go hard with it, man, because we're trying to highlight these detailers and show them in the best way possible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So we make a whole show out of it. I would like to say it's even more than a series, it's an actual show, because we try and get like at least 20 minutes done. These guys can share their story. They can, obviously they're gonna shout out who they want to shout out, share their story, share their process, discuss what they're doing, discuss what products they're using.
Mm-hmm.
It's just highlighting them pretty much, and we just try and like bring that to the forefront and showcase their business as best as possible.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Along with the culture of really promoting, like, we're not hating, we're here to elevate, we're here to collaborate, elevate, and like build a community.
We're all about community, so we can definitely get behind that. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely get you a promo code and whatever you need. This is just pretty awesome. This is a good show. Like, look at this. This is well produced.
Off air,
It's got the logo. Yeah, we'll keep talking about it.
Yeah.
But man, look at that. Wow, you're up to 36,000 subscribers. Look at that. You're growing fast.
Oh, he's a fireball, dude. Are you
Fireball. Look at that. Wow. So you have this guy.
He's literally slumming it coming on this show.
Yeah. We're talking. So your channel's doing very well. Series looks like it's doing very well. This has 7.2 thousand views. That's nice. Oh, Detail Coast Soft Watch. Thanks, sir, for checking that out. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I love it too. It's kind of a lot of lubricity. That's what I like too.
Yes.
Works well in the wash bucket. Foams up great.
Yep. Smells better than Apex. Yep.
Smells good
100%.
too.
100%. Yeah. Does all the things. So it's a great. So look at this. Look at these. Got the great intro. I mean, I love good produced video, and I can tell you're putting a lot of work into this series. So this is amazing.
Yeah, man, it's all in the efforts, like I said, to build a good vibration in the community. Elevate, we don't hate, and these detailers.
Yeah,
you're getting
real detailers out here sweating it out.
It's doing real work, real stories, real detailers.
That billion dollar detailer, that was very fascinating. He has a really cool story.
Yeah, shout out Efran. Yeah, he's a really cool guy. He's not too far from the area I'm in. Out there, really hustling hard. He's Puerto Rican, I believe, from New York originally. He came down to Florida about not too long ago, maybe 3-4 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. And he had a really, really good story. If you guys want to find out more, he had a really emotional, really positive, motivating story behind why he started his business. So, like I said, it's more than just detailing. It's actually like, highlighting the detail as a person too, and they can actually share with the audience whatever it is they want to share. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Yeah.
There's someone in the chats that Chris needs to get hooked up with. Israel, the occasional detailer. That would be an epic video. Chris and Israel need to meet.
Chris, who's that? Israel?
Yeah, Israel's down near Miami though.
Yeah, that's where I am. I'm down in Miami area, Fort Lauderdale.
Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, Fort Lauderdale is 20 minutes from Miami, 30 minutes.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, man.
You guys need to hang out then.
I got some YouTube to catch up on for sure.
You guys ever been to Miami before?
I've never been to Miami.
Yep.
Jimmy, where are you at?
Louisiana.
Okay, so we got Louisiana, Virginia, and Jersey in the house right now.
Yeah, I almost married a girl from West Palm Beach. So yeah, I've been to Miami.
Okay, you've been to Miami. Yeah, Palm Beach is. I'm in the middle. I'm in Broward County. So you got Dade County where Miami is. Fort Lauderdale.
County. That's where Kimbo from.
Yeah, Fort Lauderdale is in Broward County. That's where I'm at. And then right above Broward County is West Palm Beach County.
Nice.
Yeah.
Jamie put the "we" in Louisiana.
That's right. 100%.
So yeah, like I said, guys, we have the app now. So the real mission is to, basically I'm looking at this as big as possible. Like a detailer who is on the same vibration as kind of us with the whole good vibes and elevation and working together. Every detailer should have the app on their phone.
So you and I, we met at MTE and we hung out for a hot minute. We've been doing this soar and restore thing where basically it's kind of like a recreation of MTE, but without having to have a booth and strings attached and so on and so forth. Last year we did it down in South Carolina at Myrtle Beach. This year we did it at my warehouse in New Jersey. Okay. Next year I'm assuming that we're going to do it at the warehouse in Ohio. You need to come. There's going to be all kinds of detailers there that need to be on your app, that need to be a part of this movement.
What's the name of the event?
We call it the Soar and Restore because it's about just trying to get everybody to, especially for guys like Rick Smith, where you just kind of like every day is just a grind. It's where a bunch of like-minded individuals get together and hang out. We do the Pay It Forward campaign. Can I interrupt
you a second? Yeah, there you go. The Pay It Forward. There's the origin.
Yeah, it's the Pay It Forward campaign. Have you heard of our Pay It Forward campaign?
No, I haven't.
So the Pay It Forward campaign. So basically, what the Pay It Forward campaign is that all year long, people send stuff to my warehouse. A lot of the influencers that get products. They'll use it once and then they move on because they have other products to review. They'll send me equipment, they'll send me products and all of that stuff. And then around Thanksgiving, between Thanksgiving and Christmas, especially, the slow months, basically November, December, January, February, where detailers just don't have the business because of, inclement weather and stuff like that. We accept these nominations. Okay. And then we ship all of this stuff out to people that need help. It's like, do I buy chemicals or do I buy food for my family? Do I replace this busted equipment or do I pay the rent? Well, we try to take that burden off of their plate, especially when we team up with guys like the House of Rags and Kiev, Cars with Kiev, who donates tons of equipment.
I met Kiev at MTE also.
What's that?
I met Kiev at MTE also. Shout out to Kiev. Yeah,
he's awesome. Kiev is just he's one of my favorites in this community. I call him the surgeon because if he's in the chats and he's roasting, there is nobody better. I mean, Jamie is good. Kiev is the surgeon.
Shout out to Rick though, real quick. I remember Rick, I think, mentioned my name to Kiev, and Kiev actually does a little segment in his videos where he mentions a small channel to his audience. And because of my man here, Rick, Kiev actually mentioned me in one of his episodes, which was real cool, Rick. Real cool. That's awesome. Cool of Kiev to do too. Yeah, so
nice.
Kiev's
good dude.
2 years ago, we shipped everything as soon as we did the Pay It Forward ceremony in January. We shipped everything, and because we shipped in January, half of the stuff that we shipped out froze solid and was destroyed and ruined. And that was terrible. So this year we decided, we'll push it back to March. And that way, everything that gets donated will arrive intact and
not frozen.
And
good plan.
I think it was Rick's idea. Rick was just like, hey, why don't we just it was Kiev's idea. Kiev said, I'm going to bring up a whole bunch of more stuff. I want to film it for my channel. Let's film us shipping all this stuff out. And I said, all right, that's great. And why don't we make a production out of it? And so then I put out the invite to everybody and anybody. And we ended up getting like 12 people coming out from all over the area, from Delaware, from Ohio, from Pennsylvania, New Jersey. Kiev drove up. Rick Smith drove up from Virginia. So, I mean, it became a thing, and we're just going to keep doing it. We're just going to keep moving it forward. And when
How many years have you been doing it?
4 years.
That's cool.
Maybe. Yeah, because we turned 5 in July. Phoenix turns 5 in July, and I'm pretty sure I started it in December of the first year that I opened.
You know what? That's dope because it's community oriented, and that's what I'm all about. I'm really about the people. You know what I mean? Everybody kind of has their thing in this space, but I think I would like to think my thing is like really the connection with the people, the networking.
100%. Like I can tell just by looking at your YouTube. Like what impresses me the most is usually like shop tours and stuff to get like okie dokie views, but on your channel. Yeah. Like your product reviews actually get less views, and your Meet the Detailer series is like taking off.
Yeah, ever since I started the series, it's only been about 6 months. I think I put the first episode late last year, maybe October.
That's really impressive.
And ever since then, I've really noticed a real growth.
Yep.
People seem to like to see. I think the audience likes to see other detailers, what other detailers are actually doing there, and it's in a real life setting. It's like really organic. I'm pretty much meeting most of these detailers face to face the first time while we're filming the video, so I think it's really organic, authentic, and I think the viewers can see that, and they like to see what other detailers are up to, what products they're using, what processes they're doing. A lot of the detailers like to share certain tips. I'm learning a lot doing the series also. I'm learning so much more from these guys,
Yeah.
And it's good to see other people's perspective. And as mentioned to Rick and Aaron earlier, that I'm finding that most of these guys who I'm doing videos with are kind of have the same mindset of like wanting to be more community oriented, working together, uplifting each other, not tearing each other down, just trying to like everybody. There's way too many cars on the street. I mean, goddamn. I mean,
which is absolutely wild because I mean, like, so Phoenix is 5 years old.
Yeah.
And I used to work at my old company, and the old company that I worked at, like every dealership and detail shop.
So territorial.
Oh my
I'm not telling you anything. Like I've been doing this for 20 years and I've perfected my craft and I'm not sharing it with anybody. And it's just like, okay.
Yo, don't get me wrong. And there's a lot of that still out there. There is, but I'm just trying to go against that. And
but it is changing. It is changing. Like we're part of a movement that is changing. The community, like this community is strong, and those outliers are going to be left behind, right? It's all about EOD. We are as a community, we are evolving, and those guys are dying, and they'll be left behind.
What I mentioned to you earlier, real quick, I just like to touch on is the guys who I'm meeting. I'm realizing that a lot of them work together. They either know each other some way, either it's through social media. Some of them actually know each other personally because they actually collaborate and work on projects together. So I'm actually seeing that, man, especially in Central Florida, West Coast of Florida, man, a lot of detailers in that area are actually collaborating, working on like high level projects,
Right.
Like they're working on some real like heavy big time paint real serious paint correction jobs and coating jobs.
They figured it out. Like, hey, if I team up with somebody, we can do a bigger ticket detail, and split it down the middle, and still make more money than doing it ourselves. So that's part of it.
Okay, hey, we are 8 minutes over schedule. Mr. Producer's yelling at me. All right, so.
What you got scheduled?
We got to give something away. All right, Corner family, we got to talk about a towel for a second. The THOR Freebird 600, aka the Titan towel, and
aka the Firebird.
The Firebird 600. They literally color matched this thing to match my Titan, right? I mean, was it intentional? Probably, but they're not going to. It's true. Yeah, was it intentional? I'm going to say yes because they knew.
Just claim it. Yeah. I like it.
Anyway, but here's the thing: this towel isn't just pretty. It is stupid plush, like absurdly soft. This is the kind of towel you grab when you're doing final wipe down, spray sealants, coatings, detail sprays, garage queen paint. Basically, anytime you don't want to introduce marring and dragging junk across the finish. This thing feels premium in the second you touch it. So tonight we're giving away a bottle of Titan from Phoenix E.O.D and a THOR Freebird Firebird 600, the Titan towel, courtesy of our friends over at the House of Rags. Use the link below, use promo code THECORNER, and it'll get you 10% off. So the question that we're going to use is, what was the degree and the minor that our good friend Clean Car Chris majored in college.
Get your trigger fingers out.
Let's see if anybody paid attention to what I said.
Did anybody pay attention to the degree and the minor that Clean Car Chris marketing is? Yep, that's half of it, David Boyce. Business marketing. All right, Ryan Mulhern, business and marketing. Yes, molecular engineering. That was correct. Civil engineering. That is correct. All of those things are Ryan Mulhern. Make sure you send me an email, aaron@phoenixeod.com, and we'll make sure that you get a towel and a bottle of Titan, courtesy of the House of Rags, built on quality.
Built on quality. Look, we got 27 people in the chat. Make sure you hit that like button. All right.
Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. All 27 of y'all.
That's right.
Yeah.
Ryan Mulhern has become the new Keith Firebird, who wins everything.
Wins every week. Oh, snap. Look who came rolling in.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, Keith himself. Send Keith in.
There he is. At least we got somebody.
Hey, Aaron, I got a question to ask you, man.
Sir. Yes, sir.
You got to give me the reason or the meaning behind the name Phoenix E.O.D. Break it down for me.
Yeah. Okay. So in
I know the Phoenix rises, right, from the ashes, right? But
yes. Well, so the Phoenix, in mythological terms, can never die. It's immortal, and every time that it does die, it
emerges,
rises from the ashes.
Mm-hmm.
In September of '94, I fell to my death, and I spent 9 months in the hospital. They rebuilt me and put me back together, and I came back to life. So there we are. And then the same thing with my brother. He's a pilot in the Marine Corps, and in April of 2012, his plane crashed in Morocco, Africa, and he ended up losing both of his legs. And 2 years later, he won the gold medal in London at the Invictus Games in archery. So that's where the Phoenix comes from. The Phoenix.
Are you in the military? Were you in the military also?
I was a combat engineer in the Army. I was a very rebellious youth, and my dad was a Marine and my brother was a Marine. And so I said, F both of them. I had some mental issues. So I joined the Army as a combat engineer because a combat engineer in active military, or excuse me, in active combat has a life expectancy of about 36 seconds. And I said, that's what I want to do.
Yeah. Oh boy.
How does it translate to civilian life? It does. Like, are we doing minesweeping in civilian life? The answer is no. So it doesn't really translate to any kind of effective education. But I chose violence. Right. My path was I chose violence. So anyway, the Phoenix was because I died and came back to life. Yeah. And then the EOD.
Yeah, what's the EOD?
EOD stands for Evolve or Die, and that comes directly from the old company that I used to work for, where they were white labeling, and I was going up against products from other companies that were just better. And I just said, why can't we do it better? Like, why can't we hire our own chemists? Why can't we do our own thing and be competitive as opposed to using, compounds that dusted up, just like, soaps that were dilutable 10-to-1, like 10-to-1 dilution on a soap. That's just stupid. But that was how it was. And the answer was always, it's too expensive and it's too hard. And so when I finally got fed up with the whole thing and I said, I think we can do it better. I can do it better. We need to evolve or die. And I think that, we only have 13 products on the market right now. Well, 14 counting the new graphene product, the new graphene coating.
So it's been 4 years now, right? I think you mentioned
it'll be 5 years, July 4th. Like, we opened up our doors on the 4th of July.
That's dope.
Thank you. And it took a long time to get here, but it is slow and steady. And Jamie, I'm sure you can attest to this. when you do a new product line or a new product period, it is expensive. I mean, it's literally over $1,000 just after you get the formula. After you finally get the formula that works, it costs $1,000 to bring it into existence.
Yeah, you still got labels
and illustrations and all
bottled
of that
down
stuff.
Warehouse fees.
Yeah.
You don't have warehouse fees because you're your own warehouse, but
well, I mean, I have. I still have to.
You got the warehouse
over. $2,700 a month for.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, so I'm gonna do something special. So next 24 hours, since I'm here live on the Phoenix E.O.D podcast, we're talking about the Titan towel. Titan, I'm putting 25% off flash sale next 24 hours. So if you tune in, I think we got 28 people watching, and you need a fresh bottle of Titan, head on over there, houserags.com, 25% off, 24 hours. Go now.
Graphene coating from Phoenix is available now. It is on the website. It is live. I know that my website is kind of hard to navigate, but if you go to the search engine and you just type in graphene,
yeah, we need to put that on the homepage, big dog.
Because my marketing girl quit, and I don't know how to use my own website. I don't know how. I've asked you guys, how do I change the pictures? I've asked you guys that. I don't know how to do it.
Pull it up. Look, we'll get to.
I don't know how to do it, or else I would.
I help you out with that, all right?
I appreciate that. I don't know
Jamie, somebody needs to help him.
We'll give you the how to put stuff on the homepage for dummies tutorial, all right? Right after this.
Please. I mean, seriously, like, who cares? Like, Peleus has been out for 3 years now. Let's move on. Like, yeah. So Chronos graphene is available right now. You can go to the website, type in graphene into the search engine, and it'll pop up. I promise. I'm sorry that I am the village idiot. I'm sorry. Hire me for the website. Okay, Nate.
He's in. He's available. I like
All right. What's next? What do you got? What do you got, Rick? I know you had 19 questions you wanted to ask Chris.
We've talked about a lot of it.
Let's get them rolling.
Have we? What was the hardest part of starting your journey? Like, getting you transitioning from trucking to being a detailer. What was the hardest part of becoming a full-time detailer? Not just like part-time trucking and part-time detailing, but like finally doing the Geronimo moment.
All right. I would say is finding the clientele the target market I wanted. I had to really work hard to find, meaning quality. When I say clients who are willing to pay a premium price for me to come and maintain their vehicle on and really committed to a schedule. You know what I mean? Finding that those clients who really value the work, who are committed to jumping on a strict schedule, whether it's weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly.
Yep.
Finding those people. And also at the beginning pricing was an issue for me at the beginning too, because, I know a lot of detailers, including myself, started like, on the low end. And then I'm quick to realize that, man, I'm doing way too much work for this price point.
Yeah, well, you think, I can do this if I do 10 cars a day. We're having a pretty good, but it's just not the way to do it.
I went into it knowing that I'm a one-man show. There's no way I can knock out a very high volume of cars. So I had to change my pricing structure and target that ideal customer for my business model, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I think that's a lot. I think that's a lot when people get into it, though. They're like, I'm gonna just do, so many cars, and I might be the cheapest, but but it's just not how it works. Like a
lot of people burn out too like that. So like detail fatigue is like a real thing.
Oh, for real, yes, for sure.
It can get exhausting, and if you're trying to bang out like a high volume of cars on your own, even with one helper, man, you got to be a beast out there. And how long can you really sustain it? Sustain it. You know what I mean? That's why I find, a lot of people start hard, they go hard, and they might last for a sprint, but they don't last very long.
Don't last very long. Yeah.
They might wise up and start changing their pricing structure to kind of like bring down the volume of the cars and bring up the price. Yeah. But some people just don't figure it out, man, or some people just can't hang in there long enough for whatever reason. But you know, that was a challenge for me, really, to hang in there long enough to find that ideal customer for my ideal price point that I know was good for my business model.
Nice.
Yeah, there you go. Pretty much.
I just realized Jamie and Chris have a lot in common. You know that?
What's that?
What's up?
Well, just listening to Chris and his story, his videos, when there's, for both of you, when there's a problem that comes up, you go seeking an answer. You look for positivity instead of getting down and wallowing in the mud. You rise above it and you go looking for the right answer and the right people to put in the right places. And that's exactly what Chris is doing. And that's what I've seen Jamie do. And that's what I've seen him do day one since he and Eddie got together and decided to start THOR. I've seen positivity because they have went through a lot of adversity, a lot of trials and tribulations, a lot of struggles, and they're right here killing it day in and day out. And I've never seen anything let Jamie get him down.
You know, I want to say big up Jamie, you know, because I've watched a lot of your content over the years, and I learned a lot from you from seeing your content because you're all over social media. And I remember specifically, I think one of the videos I first caught, and I was like, yo, Jamie the Cleaner knows what he's talking about, man. It was a very simple tip. Yeah. But I remember it, and I still pretty much do it to this day. Was about drying aids when the PNS Absolute came out. You did a couple of videos about how to use it as a drying aid and the dilution and so forth. And I was like, yo.
If you master a rinseless wash.
Yeah, man. You know, I remember. So
I'm gonna talk about Jamie behind his back real fast. This guy.
You cut him on the chat?
I kicked him out before, but he can still hear me. So that's why I'm talking about him behind his back. Before the House of Rags even got started, when Phoenix first opened up in July of 2021, and I was, I was just doing whatever I possibly could do to get noticed. Jamie reached out to me and was just like, hey man, before you post any pictures, send them to me and I will clean them up so that they actually look somewhat decent because you're kind of retarded. And he would clean up all of my pictures and then send them back to me, and then I would post them. So like Jamie believed in me before, like for no reason. He had zero reason to be like, I'm going to help you. He just did. And again, I am so grateful to both him and Eddie for everything that they've done for Phoenix. That to say this in front of him would just be embarrassing. So I'm not going to, but yeah, Jamie is 1000% just an unbelievably beautiful human. Hey, Jamie's back. What happened
just over
to you?
here watching the fight.
Technical difficulties, Jamie? I don't know what happened to you.
Yep, I think my fight internet, shorted me out or something.
Something like that.
Can you guys clarify something for me, especially Jamie? So the House of Rags that's your thing?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Me, Eddie Cologne, private investor,
Oh, yeah, a couple guys,
couple guys, yeah.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
So you guys basically came together as detailers and started the brand Detail Co.
Yeah. So Detail Co was originally supposed to be an app, kind of like we have the We Are Detailing app. Now you have, your thing. It was supposed to be an app, and then it was Eddie was going to make it into a brand, and he had pads and a polish, and he came to me and he's like, I got pads and a polish. You want to start a brand? And I'm like, no. Well, like, what do you mean? What do you mean you got pads and a polish?
Jamie, I do have the We Are Detailers the app downloaded on my phone.
Did you finally download it? It's about time. It's been like 8 months.
Oh, I've had it for some time. I'm just saying.
He doesn't know how to use it, but
I don't know how to use it. And, yeah, Rick has been telling me that I need to make videos so that I can actually be listed on the app. But I'm the village idiot, so I have no idea what I'm doing.
I know I'm Nate. Yeah, this first fight's taken 10 years to start, but yeah. So it became Detail Co. Was an app, and then it was going to be a brand. And I just kept saying no. I'm like, I don't want to start like just another rinky-dink brand, and then I'm competing with this guy.
Yeah.
And like I don't want to do that. And then it became, let's be just a distributor, except not bring in like the normal brands. Let's bring in Phoenix E.O.D. Let's bring in brands you've never heard of. Eddie's been testing these brands from around the world for like 3 or 4 years now. That he'll be the first one. He basically launched Labo Cosmetica in the United States by himself, and now that's why they're like a household name now. So like it just fit the narrative to like, let's just keep that doing it, except on a bigger scale, get some money behind it, make our own towel line, and we still make Detail Co. Detail Co is like our. I say it's kind of it's good products, but it's like kind of the Dollar General. You know how they have house brands, like Target has Good and Gather, Walmart has whatever Walmart has. That's what Detail Co is for the House of Rags.
Okay, so House of Rags is basically the umbrella. I mean, it's the head of
it's the head of the table, and so like instead of starting just Detail Co and being like this guy's products suck, we started an umbrella company, and now we bring in everyone we like. And,
oh, I get it. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
And Phoenix.
Oh, the Fight Pounds. And Phoenix. He's there too.
Well, you said you bring in everybody you like, and I said and Phoenix.
And Phoenix. Yeah. We brought him along. Yeah.
Yeah, you brought me in pretty early too. Like we've been with you guys for about 2 years now. So
Yep.
It was September of 2024 that you guys brought me in. Namaste.
Sorry, we got the heavyweight fight starting now.
Detail Co is not the Kirkland though.
Is Ronda Rousey fighting tonight?
More like
yes, tonight's the Ronda Rousey fight. Yeah, just started. Just the fight card.
It's more like
pull it up, Chris. Let's turn this into a fight companion.
Shoot,
pull up Netflix.
Jamie? Can you do it?
What? No, you can't. You can't put it on the screen. No.
Why not?
Because we'll get canceled.
It's not like I'm monetized anyway. I got like 4 people that have
subscribed. No. YouTube will literally they'll shut it. Like the stream will end.
I thought that fight was going to be last week, but that was like Sean Strickland and somebody else.
Yeah. Right? Yeah, that was crazy. Sean won. Yeah, shout out to Clover Valley. Hey, Clover Valley hits, all right. They got Clover. You know what? Clover Valley hits. Don't sleep on Clover Valley. All right.
You'll get an actual strike doing that stuff, Aaron.
Yeah. You'll like it's bad. You can't stream a live event on YouTube.
All right.
It's bad. Anyway, that's kind of how the House of Rags came about, Chris. So, Yep.
So since Chris is here, and I'm kind of curious about this myself. I've heard you and Eddie do a lot of videos, talk to a lot of people, but since you started, and this goes back before Thor, so I asked Jamie, what have you learned about UK products versus US products, and what do you see similarities and differences where, maybe one should do what the other does or whatever, but what have you learned from all these UK and Korean and all these other products?
UK loves a process. They love, they got a wheel shampoo. They got the shampoo you only put in the bucket. They have a foam cannon shampoo. They have a foaming sealant. They love foam. So like UK loves a process. So I got like Yum right here. Like this is wash. Like wash, you don't put in the foam cannon. It's only for the bucket. Like it doesn't foam. You can and add some lubricity to the mitt, but it's not going to foam. Okay? So in America, we want the one soap, Apex, foam cannon, bucket soap, wheel bucket. That's American mindset. The UK mindset completely against that. So like they like multiple processes and multiple products for specific processes, that kind of deal.
Fascinating.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was telling Chris at the beginning.
Like for me, it's just like how many things can I get one product to do?
Yeah.
Versus,
I missed the KO. Junior Dos Santos got knocked out.
Yeah, you're like that. I like products too that have like multiple uses at different dilutions.
Yeah.
Applications for different. You know what I mean?
For sure. Which is why highlighting the rinseless we were talking about. You master a rinseless. I mean, you can the glass cleaner. You can use it just the wipe down product, drying aid. So many uses.
Rinseless all the time. Like
all the time.
All my maintenance stuff is just on the interior is just all pretty much rinseless.
Yeah, I think I'm famous for I love rinseless. I never wash a car with rinseless. I do everything else with rinseless, except wash the car with it.
The only time I use rinseless on a exterior of a car is most likely a garage kept car. I don't want to just kind of like lightly dust it a little bit.
Yeah,
I'll just use it on exterior then. But.
Yeah, and then they can certainly, get the job done and stuff, especially now with pre-washes. Pre-wash came from the UK. Like, we weren't doing pre-wash in America. We'd spray the hose down, just knock off, with your first rinse, and then you're going to town. You're just washing the car. So pre-wash came from the UK with their higher pH soaps. You foam on, you let dwell, you rinse off, and now the car is 80% clean. So it makes a whole lot of sense. And now you can come over with a rinseless. Now you can come over with your bucket soap and finish the job and have such a higher percentage of not scratching the car. So,
Spittler and I have always used the Kraken at 5-to-1 as a pre-soak.
It's a pre-wash.
Yeah, put Kraken down for about 2 minutes, rinse it off, then use Apex as a contact wash, and you're done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're done. I mean, like maybe you have to go over. Like Brian likes to use a plastic sandwich bag, and he goes over the surface of the car. To feel for any kind of bumps. And he's like, and then we'll do the rinseless wash and a clay, as a lubrication on just those affected areas. But he's like, you don't need to clay the whole car. That's stupid.
Right.
Just feel the car and clay where it's needed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And iron remover. Like, there was a phase in YouTube where, like, you had every detail, you had to hit it with iron remover, and that's just not the case. Like, assess your detail and decide if you need to pull out, the iron remover and go from there.
Boy, Jay, man, I'm sure you can attest to this too, because you're on social media, on YouTube and all that stuff too. I find that, YouTube has such a broad audience. It's kind of like when you're shooting content. I mean, I look back at some of my videos, I'm like, that process is not the only process. You know what I mean? There's so many different ways you can wash a vehicle safely and effectively. Like,
yes,
so many different ways. So
100%.
It's kind of like a struggle sometimes on YouTube because you want to give out good information, or as best information as you can. But I'm just kind of like narrowed it down now to where I just kind of show, you know what, guys, I don't feel like doing this today with the car. I'm just going to this is my process today. I'm going to do it totally different.
And that it should. Your process should change on the day, on what car you got lined up, what you're doing.
Car you have, I mean, if you're familiar with the car too, that's a big deal. How dirty the car is.
How dirty.
It's just almost endless the amount of ways you can attack a certain
100%. 100%. Yeah, that's my best advice for YouTube is just do what you do. Like, this is your process. Like, I'm showing you my process on YouTube. Take it or leave it. You know what I mean? Like,
agreed. Like, if it works for you, then do it. If it works for you, then do it.
Yeah, this worked for me. I'm gonna show you. That's
personally, like, I don't use rinseless unless it's like Saturday. I'll spend all day washing my car, going through all the processes. And then Sunday morning, I come out and a bird has done a drive-by. I'm going to break out the rinseless and I'm going to take care of the bird droppings on those spots. I don't necessarily believe that I'm going to wash my whole car using a rinseless process, because I just think that there's a better way of going about doing it.
Right. Man,
but
it's so
the right tool for the right job, and that is.
I kind of felt like, originally when I started, I was doing a lot of details, kind of like the textbook way YouTube tells you how to do a detail, and I'm just kind of like, yes, you can do it like that, but yes, there's so many other ways, man. So like, don't hold me if you see me doing a detail a particular way on a certain video. Don't think that that's the only way, or don't think that this is the way I detail all the time. So sometimes I have to make it a point. I'm realizing now, like, look, guys, audience, I'm not using 2 buckets today because it's not really necessary if you're using multiple rags or multiple mitts or whatever,
Yep. I have a wash. I'm going to showcase with this guy, Greg. I have a wash style. I'm going to show Greg. I call it the
GSY.
Call it the get her done wash, and it's going to be, it's going to cause riots in the streets if I show the get her done wash, but I'm going to show it with Greg. And this is for this is far if the car comes in with mold or on the exterior like a growth, like it actually has like stuff. When it's like green.
Yeah.
This is when the get her done wash comes on. I can wash, clay, seal a car in 30 minutes, and it'd be a total disaster.
Right.
And I've showed it in shorts, but I've never showed it long form. Me and Gray's going to try and find a real stinker. And I'm going to show it because he's going to come in July or so, middle of summer. So we're going to show
I think,
real bad one.
Jamie, I can't really speak for you because you walk, you're the day walker, if you will. You're the day walker. You are a manufacturer, but you're also a detailer. Yeah. Jamie the cleaner. Whereas I'm just a manufacturer. And as a manufacturer, my job is I need to be able to pivot between everybody's style and method, and this is how I do it, and so on and so forth. And so I kind of have to be familiar with all of these different techniques. And it's like, you do you, whatever makes you happy. Here's my advice and my recommendations when it comes to the process, if you will. And I need to be able to tailor my information to fit your style. Whereas you, on the other hand, when you're doing a video and you're saying, and you're doing a wash and talk or whatever it is, or you're showcasing a new product or whatnot, you're going through how you would typically do it for you.
Well, these days, so if I'm making a House of Rags video and I'm actually showcasing like a brand's product, I'm doing it how they would do it.
How the brand would do it.
Like if I review Garage Therapy, like I showed their wheel system, and they do it a little differently. So I'm showing you, they use wheel shampoo, they rinse it off, then they hit it. What's next? I know they do decon first, and then the wheel shampoo, and then they do iron remover last. That's not how I've ever done it. This is how they want their products used and want to showcase their products. So there's two different stories from when I show a process on my channel, and then like when I'm showcasing a brand's process. I try and stick to the brand's process as much as possible.
All right, that's cool.
I kind of do different ways. Like today, I might be doing it this particular way, but like again, it's not necessarily this is not the way I do it all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is one way you can go about doing the job.
Yeah.
Pretty much, and then take from it what you want to take from it. You know what I mean? Pretty much.
Yeah. So going back to the real nasty cars, like I have it on Instagram. It's harder to describe how like funky these cars need to be to do this get or done wash. But like I used to get cars like this and spend 2 hours trying to wash them from YouTube University of how to wash a car, and I'm like, this just doesn't work. Like if you try and safely wash a car that looks like this, you're gonna be here for 2 to 3 hours. Like it's ridiculous. So I now a high pH foam, I let that sit like 5 minutes. I power wash off all the crap, and it doesn't get all the crap, but most of the crap, and then I come straight in with a bucket wash with the clay towel. I skip the wash mitts. Go straight in with the clay towel, scrape all the crap off, clay at the same time, and then I use a foaming sealant these days, or a drying aid. Maybe use a little Titan with my drying towel, dry it all up, and it looks perfect. You know what I'm saying? So skipping
the Freebird 600.
No one would tell you to wash your car like this. It would break the YouTube would melt down. There'd be riots in the street. But like that's just some cars you got to do. Let me see if I can find a video of it so people don't think I'm crazy here. But yeah, I understand what you're saying. With it just depends on the day, depends on the car.
Yeah, it depends. I mean, sometimes I've done videos before. If the car is not dirty at all, and you just foam it up with a pH neutral soap and then go right in with a contact wash. Oh my God, you did not do a designated pre-wash. I'm just like, no, it was not necessary. The car is super clean already. It was just lightly soiled, Sometimes the pre-wash is not necessary, but people take the textbook way and think it's like, all right, you have to do this step by step in every situation. No, it doesn't work like that. You know what I mean? It doesn't work like that.
So, Chris, what's the best thing you've learned since you started your journey in detailing? What's the best tip or trick you've learned to really help you be more efficient?
To be more efficient, best tip. Man, there's a couple of things, man. First, kind of goes back to what we're just talking to. Kind of just after some experience and knowledge, and just using your common sense, you can kind of use certain products at different dilutions for different applications, just so you're not scrambling for multiple products to do one detail. You can kind of stick to just a certain few, which will kind of help you be more efficient and get the job done, knocked out a lot quicker. What else can I say? Tricks. You know, there's a pretty, I mean, just because you're mentioning like a tip or trick, I mean, I just learned this really simple tip from a detailer I was doing an interview with on the channel. It's so simple, where he has his two wash buckets, like his wash bucket and his rinse bucket, and he puts them at the end of the car. So you don't necessarily need those detail guards under the wheels.
Mm-hmm.
And he just walks behind the buckets, so the buckets kind of guide the hose around the car. So you'll never have the hose hitting the car or getting wedged under the tire. Just like a little tip like that was cool to learn. It's so simple. I don't know why I've never seen that anywhere before, but things like that can help improve your efficiency, so you're not, getting your hose stuck in certain places.
Yep.
What other tip can I give you real quick, or what I've learned? Yeah, just learning your process. You don't really have to break out the two buckets every time, the wheel bucket every time. You don't have to, use a pre-wash every time. Just understanding the different processes and knowing what you're working with. I guess that just comes with kind of experience, I suppose.
Yeah.
When it comes to efficiency.
100%. It does come down to experience. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, pull up this video for me, Rick Smith.
Rick Smith.
Or Aaron, whoever controls the shared screen option down there. Yeah, all right. So this is the level of dirty I'm talking about when I do the get her done wash, right?
Yeah. You just go right in with the clay pretty much after the pre-wash. Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Watch this. So, I mean, we're talking about under a tree for a long time. It's growing stuff.
So this is the pre-wash here.
This is the pre-wash. We're letting that soak about 5 minutes. You let that soak as long as possible. You can see all the crap on the ground right there.
Mm-hmm.
Pressure wash the crap out of it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I used to do details like this. I would spend hours trying to wash the car. And eventually I said, this just ain't working. We got to figure something else out. So then this is straight after the pre-wash. I'm just coming in with my clay stuff, and I'm just claying the crap out this car. Clay, rinse, foam sealant, and watch how this car comes out. Now, are you doing this every car you see? No, you'd be a maniac if you did this to every car you see. But if the car's been sitting under a tree and has stuff growing on it, at 2 years, 3 years at this point, I don't think it's going to hurt it that we got, this was like 25 minutes. Like, I'm done with this car.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Is that the one you were doing the Chemex stuff with?
Yeah, I do some of that snake oil. Look at that. From disaster to, look like new in a matter of 25 minutes.
That's awesome. Put up the full length video. Are you going to do that?
Yeah, me and Greg's going to do it. I'm going to find a real dumpster. I'm going to find someone who needs a wash and be like, bring that thing to me.
Let's do it and watch the comment section blow up.
Yeah, dude. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
That pre-wash was from Nazio. It was their Cleanion. It's pretty good. I used the whole bottle. I didn't dilute it. I put the bottle to the foam cannon, or poured the whole bottle. Like, it was straight.
So after you rinsed off the pre-wash there, did you foam it up again with something and then clay it?
No.
Just clay right on top of the pre-wash?
Yeah. Just soapy clay. And
soap and clay.
Yeah, I still had the bucket soap, but it was just for the clay. Yeah. It was just for the clay. And I showed Greg a little bit of that because he brought his car to Eddie's, and it had some growth on it. And I'm like, when has this car been? He's like, it ain't been washing in like a year or two. And I'm like, I'm going to show you the getter. So I already introduced Greg to it. So it's going to be funny. It's going to be a good video.
Nice.
But let's say we see that car like once a year. You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to do that very often. But when that car comes in like that, like, why are we wasting time doing two buckets? If you use a washman on that car, that washman's like ruined. Like, you good luck washing all that moss out of it. Like, it's terrible. Yeah, the client hasn't washed the car in a year. Do you think they really care if you skip that? Yeah, exactly. Like they just want results fast and now. Like, and that's what you got to do in that situation. No, Greg gonna specify son's car, not his son's car. Greg would wash his car. All right, Rick Smith, what we got next?
Let's see. Let's see, Aaron.
Yeah.
There's something you mentioned earlier.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wanted to go back to Chris, the meet the detailers.
Yeah.
What kind of response are you getting from that? People, are you getting people that's wanting to be on there? Are you getting booked out? Are you getting a lot of interest and have videos planned out with that?
Yeah, most definitely. Definitely. I'm talking to a bunch of detailers right now who are ready to jump on and film. It's just a matter of the logistics behind it. You know, it's not hard to organize, but, you know, I have to be free. My schedule has to be free. I have to not be doing details that particular day. My videographer has to be free. And then now the detailer himself has to be free too. So the local guys are pretty much easy to get to. It's now because I've been going into different parts of Florida, which is the amazing part now. I'm actually traveling through Florida. I've been to Tampa, Orlando, and today I mentioned to you I just went to Sarasota to film an episode.
How far away is that from you? Like
Sarasota is basically a 3.5 hour drive from where I am. It's on the west coast of Florida, like a little south of Tampa. And yeah, I just went there today. And then I have guys who are ready to shoot. It's just a matter of tying down the day. Some guys are scheduled, and some other guys we're just going back and forth on a particular date. But yeah, the guys love I mean, come on, guys. If you guys ever checked out the video and you see the vibe, you know, we're kind of swagging it up a little bit too. We got some cool music in there, cool cinematics. We have the talking points about the product, about the setups. You know what I mean? It's like I said, it's a whole show. So
yeah, it's a full produced show. I'm very impressed.
Yeah, Chris, let me
kind of so they want to be involved for sure.
If you would indulge me, let me kind of pivot here real fast.
Sure. What's up?
Speaking of the good vibes, which you know is on your shirt, and that's and again, shout out to Christy from doing her podcast that I was able to kind of get the insider scoop. The good vibe comes from your dad. And you know, it's funny, and I'm going to probably get myself into trouble for doing this, but you know me, I don't really care. Anytime that Eddie and Jamie call me, they always go, "Hey, we're live on the air. Don't say anything racist." Being from Jamaica, and you know, and then like, you know, my only real exposure to Jamaican life, you know, comes through like Bob Marley. And a lot of his music is basically just chill, you know, like that's the vibe that he just you know, it's just like, hey man, just free birds, you know, we're just chilling out, we're hanging out, and the good vibes and this kind of like just kind of roll with it mentality. We've pivoted I guess a little over a year ago, we pivoted here on the corner to focus a lot more on mental health. You know, I suffer from a lot of mental health issues. My former co-host, Eileen, she's gone through the ringer. And since we started talking about mental health on the corner, a lot of people, especially in the audience, have DM'd me or emailed me and just said, hey, thanks for talking about it. Thanks for making mental health no longer like this stigma, if you will.
Right.
So you definitely have the good vibes. You know, you have that, you exude good vibes. You exude this real positive energy in the community. And everybody and anybody that I've talked to concerning you, they've all shared the exact same sentiment of just what a good guy you are, and the way that you promote positivity.
Right.
How much of that is just like, I guess basically, how much of that is just who you are, and how much of that is the effort of putting that best foot forward. Because for me, for me, putting putting that kind of this positivity out there, it's an effort, and I'll talk to Rick Smith for hours every day, and we'll talk about like the Pay It Forward campaign, and we'll talk about the effort that goes into it, and it's just kind of like I struggle with being this. I always ask myself, am I really a good person, or am I just playing one on TV? Right? Like that's the struggle that is me. So my question to you is, how, like, it seems to be kind of like this way of life for you. Is it a struggle?
I would say that there are sometimes struggling moments. I wouldn't say it's a struggle per se, but I do have moments where I've gone through in my life where I'm kind of like maybe in more of a dark type of place. More, I mean, I think everybody does, but I would say promoting the good vibes is an effort, but it's also a natural thing, because I believe that the more positive energy you push out, it kind of comes back to you twofold. You know what I mean? And when you do talk about mental health issues, I find that it does help a lot, because a lot of the times people don't like to talk about it, but then when you actually do open up and you find somebody who is probably actually going through the same thing as you realize that you're not the only one. I'm just realizing that you're not the only person going through any particular thing. Can be a comforting thing. You realize that your fellow brother or whoever is going through the same thing. And the two of you communicating now on that particular topic, you can find comfort in that, and you can probably maybe heal and move forward, So
for sure, 100%.
I would say yes, there have obviously been times in my life where I felt like I've struggled, but I am proud to say that, pushing the good vibes and the positive mindset forward has definitely healed up a lot of those wounds, you know what I mean? So I think growing up in Jamaica too probably has a lot to do with the good vibration element, because Jamaican people I mentioned earlier are really strong, good-willed and hardworking people in general, So growing up there, I mean, you grew up with people of all walks of life around you in one small place. I'm from Kingston, which is the capital, which is a small town with every type of everybody from different walks of life are all together condensed in one small city, pretty much. So you have everyone from the kid who has nothing to eat at night with no shirt on and no shoes, all the way up to people who are living in mansions, driving high luxury cars, all in one, I would say maybe 10-mile radius. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you have everybody sandwiched living in this one city, kind of forces you seeing all different walks of life, and you're actually seeing, like I say, you always have somebody who's worse off than you, but you might see them moving through life happily. So when you're kind of constantly surrounded by, you might be seeing people who are worse off than you, but they are moving forward in life with a positive attitude. It kind of rubs off on you, It just naturally does, I think. So growing up in that type of environment, I think really.
So I have a love affair with pirates. So my only real Jamaican interaction is either Bob Marley or Port Royal.
Jack Sparrow, right?
What's that?
Jack Sparrow from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, I'm not so much about that, but like as far as like a history buff is concerned, like how pirates played such a huge role, especially going into the Civil War and against the battle with the British during the Revolutionary War and stuff like that. So like Nassau out in the Bahamas, and then Port Royal, which was a huge port in the 1600s.
It was a huge hub in Jamaica, right there where all the pirates would come.
Until that ginormous earthquake in like the 16 something or other. I forget what the exact year.
Sank 3/4 of the city and sank. So the legend goes that 3/4 of the city went down beneath the ocean and took so much treasure with it too. So
Yeah.
Like I said, the legend is that there's so much treasure under the ocean surface right there by Port Royal.
Yeah, exactly. And that kind of stuff fascinates me. History absolutely fascinates me. I love it. Yeah. So if you watch any of the No Direction Detail Be Real stuff that we do after the House of Rag, so we do Brian Spittler and I do a podcast on the House of Rags channel called No Direction Detail, and then it's called the Be Real, and we do it on my channel, and we're usually doing like it's all pop culture stuff. We do movies and goofy stuff like that, but right now we're in the middle of like the best Civil War movies, the best frontier movies, the best World War II movies. I love history. I should have been a history major.
Well, fun fact, right? Fun fact for you: if you ever visit Jamaica, you can actually still visit. If you fly into Kingston, where I'm from, Port Royal is very close to the airport. Like I said, some of the city did survive that earthquake, and they have
it was like 2/3 of it sank. They're like 1/3 survived, and you can still visit it.
It's still a small fishing community that resides there. And quick fact: every Sunday growing up in Jamaica, I would head to Port Royal, and the fishermen on a Sunday, their hustle would be using their canoes and taking people like myself who want to leave the mainland and head over to. They have a few little keys off the coast where you could go pretty much to a small key in the middle of the ocean and enjoy like a nice beach day, right? So
that sounds amazing.
Yeah, that's just a quick fun fact. So if you ever do visit Kingston, you can go check Port Royal out.
Definitely. That's on my bucket list for sure.
Yeah, man. Good vibrations over there, you know what I mean?
Good vibrations.
Yeah, definitely.
Where is Chris now? Chris is down near Miami.
Yeah.
Bum, bum, bum.
Who's right. Panel by panel? What's up, panel by panel?
Yeah, this Netflix card's turned out good. We had 2 knockouts in a row.
Is that right?
Yeah. It's going good. Exciting. Good job, Netflix.
Which part of Miami? Fort Lauderdale, right?
Yeah, I'm in a suburb just west of Fort Lauderdale. Yes, very close to Fort Lauderdale. Pretty much the same area, but technically a little bit on the outskirts of Fort Lauderdale.
You're not too far from Keeve. You could go up and do a video with Keeve and show him how to put tire dressing on his car. He doesn't know how.
Yeah.
Keeve is in Atlanta, right?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
And Eddie sent him a bottle of Fenrir, my tire dressing. And for the record, for a guy that doesn't do tire dressings, he's saying high praises for my tire dressing.
Nice. Yeah, not a UFC fight, Adrian. This is a Netflix special.
Chris, did we send you a bottle of the Fenrir? I can't remember.
A bottle of I can't hear you. What?
The Fenrir, my tire dressing. Did we send you a bottle?
Yes, I have the Fenrir. Yes, I do.
All right.
It's tire dressing. You can dilute it down and use it as a nice interior
yes,
dressing
sir.
too, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Keeve dilutes it 7-1 for his tires, I believe.
Yeah, you were on Christie's podcast and you were just listing off all of these amateur companies, and I was just like, oh, this is just.
Where's the Phoenix love? Huh? Where's the
dagger after dagger after dagger? And then Rick Smith was like, we got to send all this stuff to him. I'm like, okay, let's do it. And then you had to reschedule, which is perfect because then that gave you time to test it and play with it.
You talking about me?
Yeah, I'm talking about you.
Yo, I remember when I was it's funny because I was supposed to come on at a particular date and I didn't get back to Rick in time. My bad. And then when I hit him up, you guys got booked out really quick. Like,
yeah, we have had such we have people emailing me about wanting to be on the show, and I told Rick that we have to put a stop. Like you are the last show until Ohio, because I just have too much going on, and so it was just like we're gonna finish on a strong note with Chris, and then give me I'm probably not until if I were a betting man, I would say that our 5th birthday, 4th of July show will be the first show back after this.
Well, you never know, you never know. I might end up doing some episodes of Meet the Detailers in your area, man, because the way this thing is going at the moment,
I hope you do. Look, I know right now there are 4 detailers in my area that already want to help me move into the warehouse in Ohio, and every one of them would be on your show. Every one of them. So if you want, and I'm just going to say this, you heard it here first, folks. Come on up to Ohio. You can stay with me, and then you'll have at least 4 interviews in a row. Like you could do one every single day and then string it out however you want on your channel. But you got, Stephanie Devine, you got Celtic Detailing. There's 2 others. I have them written down, but I don't have their names in front of me. But for sure, they would in a heartbeat would be on your show.
That's
no
dope,
problem.
So we're in Florida now, traveling through Florida. So we're pretty much going to dominate the state right now.
Okay.
And then the sky's the limit. We take if you can take this thing nationwide, I would. What I mean?
And you got Fab in Indiana, and Eddie will be in Chicago, Illinois here very shortly. And I know there's you got Fred Samovich, who's also in Chicago. Both of those
believe that way. Since I started the actual Meet the Detailers platform now, where I can actually build my own community of people who
Dan's Diamond Detailing. He's another one.
To join the farm.
What's that?
I said no. Since I started my own community of Meet the Detailers, where people can actually come on board and join the family. Once this community grows, I'm sure we'll be taking Meet the Detailers and the actual episodes, to higher levels and.
And if you're like, if you become like Jamie, where basically YouTube, and Kiev, Jamie and Kiev, where YouTube pays their income, you can basically just turn the whole thing into just traveling around the globe. I'm pretty sure
Chris has more subscribers than me. Like, what are you like? He's passed me up. Let's see here. I don't even know where I'm at.
I mean, YouTube is. I mean,
YouTube's a dumpster.
You gotta have like millions, thousands and thousands of videos, like views of every video to
get an income.
I don't know. I'm not even monetized. I don't even know.
Or your Amazon link master like Kiev.
Yeah, Kiev has links making money for his other links.
He has links on top of links. He's cookied half of America.
He's awesome. I wish that I could harness half of what he does.
Yeah, just speaking about all that stuff, I just want to shout out everybody who has come on board and joined the family so far. I just made this public knowledge just maybe on Wednesday.
Yeah. That's why I was so excited to have you on my show, because you just dropped the app.
Yeah, man, just dropped the app. So it's very fresh, just made it public knowledge on Wednesday. And big up to everybody who's joined and become a member. Thank you very much. It's free sign up. It's less than 20 seconds to sign up. All you need is your name and an email. And there is actually a supporter tier there, which is a monthly subscription to, obviously help us keep the lights on. And we're going to provide some more value than actual free member would. So some people have actually jumped on board the supporter tier already. And, I have to big up all those guys also. So thank you very much to everyone out there for the support. Join the family.
Hey, I heard on your app you can list products. Is that accurate?
All right, let me break it down for you really quickly. Yes, there's a shop there. You can go in and purchase products.
Phoenix
E.O.D. is a pricing tool, a cool little tool that, I guess if you're not sure exactly what to charge, there's a tool there that can kind of help you out, generally speaking. There is a chat room pretty much called the Lounge, where detailers can come in there and start threads, ask questions, communicate, and network. There's a cinema where you can watch all the Meet the Detailers episodes right there. There is a leaderboard, which is coming soon, where, like I was explaining earlier, the more you engage, the more points you get. It's kind of like gamifying the platform a bit, so you engage. The more you engage, the more points you get, and you will be eligible to earn prizes.
What is the link or the name of the app?
Meet the Detailers.
Meet. One word.
Yeah, Meet the Detailers all together. You put that in the App Store and it will come up. And it's good for Android too and Apple.
All right.
Nice.
Or you can go to www.meetthedetailers.com and sign up on the website also.
Meet the Detailers app. Bum, bum, bum.
Bum, bum, bum.
Really proud of it. You know, I'm really excited to actually
An
push
app
my
is quite the
community.
process.
Yeah, it was quite a process. But,
Yeah,
you
we know.
there is a showcase area there too where detailers can come on and put a before picture and after picture. Just cool little tools that you can come and enjoy. But like I said, most of all, we're trying to build that community where people can come and chat and not feel pretty much in a culture where it's about positivity and being respectful. Yes, we're open to criticism and taking tips from everyone because I'm learning every day. I'm a student to the game, so is everybody else. I'm sure. So as long as you come on the platform and you're respectful, it's all good. We don't tolerate any type of disrespect on any of my social media platforms or in life in general. If you're a disrespectful person in any type of regard, don't bring that around my area. You know what I mean? Anything to do with me. I don't tolerate any bad vibes or any disrespect. So
Okay.
yeah,
All right. So we got we
I
have
like it.
we
Come
have
with
4
good
questions that we have to address here real fast.
Go ahead.
First one, Chris.
Yes.
Do you ever follow back up with any of the detailers that you've met and that have that you've interviewed? Do you ever do a where are they now, or gone back? Like have those relationships lasted?
Oh man, it's funny. It's awesome. It's great. I've met so many wonderful people, and not only detailers who have been on an episode. I've met other detailers through those detailers, and I've been networking with so many more detailers than I have been in the past. Like I said, I started this pretty much 6 months ago, and I've met so many awesome people in the industry. I would say, yeah, I do keep in contact with most, not every detailer, but I would say 90% of them. Me and them have maintained communication, and we do plan to do like a meet, like a video, a second video with them, like another link up, and we plan to do different collaborations and so forth. So yeah,
You could be the next MTE. Just saying. I'm just saying, like all of these guys that you've met, you could just send out the bug. Hey, I'm going to have a big meet and greet, at the Holiday Inn Express on September 3rd.
That's done on the agenda in the future for sure. You know what I mean? I mean, like I said, it goes back to building a community. I'm going to plan to do events where whoever wants to be involved can come and actually meet up in person.
Make sure you do it in like a really crappy month for the rest of the country, so that when you make the announcement, hey, we're doing a meet and greet in November,
right?
When it's snowing in Pennsylvania, we can all just fly down to Miami and hang out with you for a weekend down in Miami. That would be fantastic. You definitely need to broadcast that as soon as you decide to do it.
For sure, of course, because what's a community? Online community is one thing, but we have to link up in actual real life. You know what I mean?
Then I guess the follow up to this question would be, has not in a selfish way, but has this translated to more business for you? And the reason why I asked you that question is, like working with Spittler from Apex. He has other detailers in the area that he will like, hey, I'm really, really busy. I can't book this guy.
Right.
Can you handle this? Can you do a maintenance wash for one of my clients and so on and so forth? Has that translated to you in the same way?
Yeah, most definitely. It has affected my business only in a positive way.
Great.
It wouldn't be what you think. Like, you mentioned earlier, oh, you're putting your competition on your channel, or, people ask me like, oh, why are you reposting another detailer's reel on your story? Like, why would you do that? Like, why not? I know, this guy's doing good work. Why not? You know what I mean? It's only affected my business positively. If I'm overbooked or I can't handle a certain detail for whatever particular reason, somebody who I met in the industry who I'm cool with, hey, yo, I put them on to that person, and they do the same for me. So it's only been a positive vibration, man. Absolutely.
Well, one thing the store needs is positive vibes. 2027, Sorner store meet the detailers. Soar and Restore.
Wouldn't that be, Rick? Wouldn't that be amazing if we
What a
can
collab.
have Meet the Detailers and Soar and Restore connect in Ohio? By the
Yep.
way, our new location in Ohio is
Pretty
within
good idea.
60% of all population of Northern America, and not just the United States, but of all North America. So the next Soar and Restore should be easily obtainable to everybody out there. So Rick, that's a fantastic idea. And I made smash burgers the last time, so who knows what we'll do who knows what we'll do this time. All right, Chris, I've already answered this question for David because it's Typhon and mini bombs. But Chris, what is your go-to arsenal for removing stubborn stains out of seat belts? The stain came from black mold.
Oh my God.
Also, I'm using a steamer.
Yeah, I would say yes. Steamer can be very helpful. Man, I guess there's so many different ways you could go about doing this, but I don't tackle too many moldy seat belts very often.
No.
So I'm thinking I would attack probably with any type of maybe carpet cleaner type thing, like fabric type cleaner, and just agitate the hell out of it and use your steamer. I hope for the best. I mean, Jamie would probably have more insight.
I would hit it with the steamer and just that's pretty much it. Like if it comes out, it comes out. If it don't,
Typhon.
Don't let black mold grow on your seatbelt. You know what I'm saying? Like
sorry,
Typhon
who's that?
and mini bombs.
My bad, David. I don't really have too much insight in that, but just try and use, I don't know, PNS carpet bomber or Terminator or one of those.
Penis what?
PNS.
Finish off.
I'm pretty sure you said Typhon and mini bombs. I'm pretty positive you said Typhon and mini bombs for the last time.
I said that just to get a reaction out of you, man.
It worked. It worked.
He fits in. He fits in well.
All right. Question. Chris, are you a Steel Pulse fan?
Steel Pulse has good music, yeah, but they have some classics.
I'm going to assume that they're a Jamaican band. Is that right?
Yeah, it's a reggae band, yeah.
Okay, it's a reggae band.
Yeah.
Nice. Chelsea's from Louisiana. She's been hitting me up. Chelsea, you should come out. We've been trying to plan this. I'll be out of town the next weekend. You should come out when Greg comes out and we do like a triple threat.
Dude, that would be
get her
really
done
cool.
wash.
I would love to watch that.
The Swamp.
Chelsea asking about reggae music. That's who asked about Steel Pulse. Chelsea.
Get down.
Yeah, Chelsea. Chelsea Bailey, 1018.
If you're looking for some good reggae music, check out Chronix. He's a good reggae artist.
Chronix, yeah.
CHRONIXX. Look up his music. Fabulous music.
All right.
If you're into reggae, check out Chronix.
Who did the lyrics and music for your videos? No, there's no detail channel out there that has the lyrics and music your intro has to be addressed.
Yeah,
good call, Rick.
Like I said, we're here to shake things up a bit, and do things a little bit different. We like to keep it swaggy and have an entertainment element to add that to all the detailing stuff as well. So shout out to Black. He's my videographer. He handles all the editing and the audio and everything. So
no way.
There you go.
Your guy is goated.
Yeah, he's a goat, man.
Wow. Yeah. That dude's phenomenal.
He's a man. Shout out to Black.
Can you go back to one of your videos? It goes back a ways. You did, I believe it was Meet the Detailers, or if you just did a detail, the artist, the kid that did the painting on the buildings.
Yes.
Can you talk about him? I mean, that was fantastic.
Oh, I'm so glad that you brought that video up because I think it didn't get as much traction as I hoped it would have because it's such an amazing video and I had a great time shooting the video. He is a friend of mine who I went to university with. When I was in business school, he was in art school, obviously, at the same university. So we met there and became good friends. He's a Haitian guy. His name is Nate. Shout out to Nate D. You can check out his Instagram too.
I remember now.
Yeah, at Miami Nate, he does a lot of murals around in Miami and Fort Lauderdale. A lot of awesome stuff, like really big murals on the sides of buildings and so forth. Yeah, man. So check out his stuff. we connected. I just knew he was doing his thing in the painting world, and I just thought, man, it would be a cool video to collaborate. You know, he wanted me to detail his truck, so I was like, all right, let me detail your truck, and let's make a whole thing of it. And we did it in front of one of his murals here in Miami. So, you know, that was the vibe of the video. He's doing his thing, man. He's doing really great. He does a lot of stuff for the Miami Heat, for the Dolphins. Shout out, you know, the home teams here. So he's doing work with them too. Definitely doing his thing. So like I said, you know, I like to collaborate and give people their shine too. You know, if somebody can come and highlight what they're doing on my channel too, and we can incorporate detail in it somehow, I'm all for it, man. I'm for the people, you know.
You do a lot of high-end cars. How did you avoid the mommy minivans and get latched mostly into the high-end cars?
I wouldn't say that's totally true, you know. I mean, I do a lot of everything, I think. I do a lot of daily drivers still. I do a lot of, like you said, mom SUVs. I'm blessed to do some luxury vehicles too, but, you know, they're just another detail. It's not like, at least me in my business model, at least I only can speak for myself. I'm not like, because I'm doing some luxury cars, it's not like I'm charging way more money to do a luxury car versus a daily driver, you know?
Right.
And, you know, all the daily drivers, you do get the same love as a Ferrari would, you know what I mean? Pretty much, in my opinion. You know, you treat each car the same and you provide, you know, quality work. But I would say on the exotic side, that kind of just boils down to word of mouth. You kind of do a couple exotics for somebody. Usually those people have friends who have other nice cars. So if you do a good job and you're building good customer relations, they kind of, you know, they refer you. So the word just spreads around, you know what I mean?
Well, how nervous were you when you got the first high-end call for a very high-end car? You're like, and somebody wanted you to do it. You remember your first high-end car?
I do. No, you mentioned that. Yep. I'm not gonna lie. I was a little, I wouldn't say nervous, but I was like a little bit more conscious of what I was doing.
Yeah.
You know, I was just paying a little bit more attention, like, man. And anybody who has detailed higher end cars, they kind of know too. They're like certain Lamborghinis or Ferraris or whatever the case may be. A lot of them have they're so low to the floor, and they have these what I'm trying to say is you could step on their bumper so easily. Right.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You have to be a little bit more conscious of what you're doing. So the first time around, I was a little bit more cautious while I was doing the detail. I wouldn't say nervous.
You're very mindful of your surroundings.
Yeah, exactly. You're kind of watching where the hose is going. You have to watch your feet a lot because, like I say, you can actually step. Even by the door, you know, the doors, some of the Lamborghinis that have the wing doors that pull up right there, you could step on. If you step too hard on that part of the body there, I mean, you could do some real damage, you know, so just
panel by panel. He sprayed on the rag, not on the panel that day. Yeah, you play by more of the rule book, definitely, when you get those cars.
I would just say just be a little bit more conscious what you're doing, you know? Yeah.
Do you see Clean Car Chris going more, your detailing business getting bigger, or the meet the detailers and the social aspect? Where do you see Clean Car Chris going?
I say, as of right now, meet the detailers is the vibe. Definitely pushing that 100%, you know, but that they all go hand in hand. You know, if I'm not detailing, you know, it's a detailing community. You have to be detailing if you're in a detailing community, in my opinion. So I'll keep detailing, of course, because detailing is the bread and butter right now. Of course, you got to go out there and make a living, right? But at the same time, I'm hyper focused on meet the detailers and building the community, having members come in. Jamie can, maybe you guys can attest to this too. I find in the social media place, you know, it can be a challenge. You might have a certain following on YouTube that doesn't even follow you on Instagram, and vice versa. Yep. It's kind of hard to get one person who might support you on one platform,
100%.
Bring them over to another, you know? Yep. So now it's a goal. I built, you know, pretty solid following on YouTube, I would say. And it's now time just to bring those people on board to meet the detailers community. So I'm hopefully they will, and hopefully, you know, we find more people. I just have to keep promoting it And you're gonna, you guys, if you're following me, you're gonna see me talking a lot about the media detailers, and especially in pretty much most of my content now, because I think it's for a really good cause, and it's a good safe place for especially newer detailers to come to and ask questions and feel part of somewhere. You know what I mean? I believe everybody wants to feel that they belong somewhere. So I know how I felt when I had nowhere to turn. I had no one to ask questions. I just had to turn to the internet and kind of filter through the good information and the bad information and kind of figure it out on my own. I wish I had somewhere I could go to just ask, and somewhere cool, somewhere with a cool culture too, because man, they have some forums online that, oh my god, it's just
Negative, everyday, bad advice. Yeah.
bad advice and a lot of hating, a lot of disrespectful remarks and so forth.
100%.
And I'm the opposite of that. So if you want to feel a good vibration and come get some cool tips from detailers who are actually doing real work and doing good work, you got to come on over and join the family. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Beautiful. Download it.
They don't see me. Detailers see the good vibes in the swamp. That'd be pretty cool. You need to get over to the swamp and show Jamie a few tips and tricks from South Miami.
Oh man, I think it's the opposite. Man. I've learned a lot of tips and tricks from Jamie's content, man. Like I said, I follow his YouTube channel and I follow him on Instagram, so I've learned a lot from his stuff. So I think
business wise, Chris, which platform has given you, like, which avenue has given you the most clients?
I would say probably Instagram. I don't really think. It's hard to say. Aaron. I would say no one really has contacted me through YouTube to actually come and do a detail. Like, hey, I've seen your video online. On YouTube. I want you to come and detail my car. I haven't gotten that from YouTube, to be honest, but I have gotten that through Instagram, but not a lot. I would say maybe initially, when I first started, maybe the Instagram and started detailing, maybe when I would, what I'm trying to say is if I do a job for someone and that person actually posts my work, then I will get a job maybe that way. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But from YouTube, no one has ever contacted me through YouTube and said, Chris, I want you to come detail my car. It's just more comments of support and asking questions pretty much on YouTube.
Yeah.
Instagram is more, I kind of communicate with clients and that type of deal through Instagram.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you could one day do a Meet the Detailers podcast. There's all kinds of craziness. We got the corner, Jamie and Eddie, Thor. They got all kinds of stuff. Greg Sebo, Franco, Clearcoat Confessions. I mean, there's a ton of great stuff out there, and they're talking and chopping it up. And maybe you do it. Just meet the detailers. You get a detailer on and kind of do a podcast version. Maybe if you can't get to their area and
that's true.
That way.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, I'm not too knowledgeable about the whole podcast space. I mean, to be honest, this is the second podcast I've ever done, and probably this is the second detailing podcast I'm kind of even aware of. I did Christie's.
This guy can figure it out. Anybody can figure it out, all right?
Right, exactly. Seriously, honestly, like when I started this, it was because of Papa Smurf was just like, you just do it.
Mm-hmm.
And there used to be, like, so I don't know if you know him, but Brian from Fab Automotive Detailing, he used to do a Fab Family Saturday night hangout.
Mm-hmm.
And when he stopped doing his Saturday nights, that's when I jumped into his spot. I was like, if you're not going to do it anymore, I'm going to take over that time slot.
Mm-hmm.
I think Papa Smurf went to like Sunday mornings. He was doing video releases. Fab was doing Saturday morning video releases. But as far as like a live stream is concerned, Saturday just opened up. And so I took it. I took the time slot, again, not wanting to step on this community's feet. You know what I mean? Like I kind of feel like all of us are in the same family. We're all in the same umbrella. If you look at the chats, the same people, will
it should
be
feel
in-
like that. We're in the same industry, you know what I mean?
Exactly. Well,
It's kind of like we do the same thing.
yeah, but Jamie, it's not though. Like there's you know that there are factions.
I know, it's
And-
crazy.
Yeah, and there are factions of people that are just like, oh well, they like Thor, so I hate them.
So I
or-
hate them. Yeah,
right. Or I'm the rag company, and so therefore I hate the House of Rags. It's
I
just
hate
it's
them, yeah.
weird how factional it can be. But
That's
I
how
feel
that's how it is, guys. People be clicking up like that in the detailing industry.
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
think so. But
Very
but
strange. It's
What's
very
crazy
strange.
though is that inside those factions, it's like it is definitely a family. It's a brotherhood. It's a sisterhood. It is like anybody in this chat room right now would go to bat for anybody in this chat room right now. Period. Full
Well,
stop.
everybody
It would
did.
just. Like, I remember when I first started Phoenix, the wife of the owner of my former company, right? So it was the wife of my former company. Every time and any time I posted anything, she would just talk a lot of trash. She would just run her mouth about me on a personal level. And I never once responded to her at all. But this community swarmed her. Like they were just like, shut your mouth, you stupid bee. Like just like it was crazy how the community rallied behind me. And therefore I never had to defend myself. I never had to say, what you're saying is not appreciated. I just let it go. And the community swarmed. It was awesome. It was really awesome. And now here we are, 3 years later, and I don't know anything about what they're up to because I mean, they ran her out of town. You know what I mean? Like this community ran her out of town. It was awesome.
good.
Well, I think Chris is one that can bring a lot of positive vibes to a lot of people and do a lot of good. And
Chris is going to straighten us all out. Good vibes.
Yeah.
Mr. Erickson.
Good vibes.
Yeah, we try to push that narrative, the good vibe, because I mean, come on, man. We all in the same industry. And like I said, since I started this thing, I'm really noticing one common factor with this whole thing is like all the detailers who I've met with this same mindset, they're all doing this thing at a high level and they're all collaborating with each other and they're actually having fun with it. You know what I mean? It's not like they're actually running real businesses. They're not just, not knocking or throwing shade on any detailer out there, but I'm saying I just know the industries are full of a lot of people who just come in and not really, they're just out there just hustling just to make a buck. They're not really necessarily saying, I'm in this for the long term and I'm actually operating a business to try and provide real value to clientele, right? A lot of people are just hustling, just trying to make $1, which is fine. But with that said, like I said, just move forward respectfully, man. That's all I'm saying. I'm too grown for, like I told you guys, I'm not old, but I'm 45. I don't have any time for any BS. You know what I'm saying? So
For sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
Not at all. It goes back to even what you're saying, ties into mental health too. I don't have time for negative vibes, bro. Not saying that I don't feel negative at times. I'm not always. No one is, but
yeah. But I think it's as far as the negative, the negative thoughts are concerned. I think it's important that we are available to each other. There's one community member in particular that I'm thinking of. I told her when I was in college, I was in a fraternity and we had this thing called Let's Go. And if one of your brothers walked into your room and said, let's go, it was a bunch of S is about to go down and I'm in a bad place and I need your help. Mm-hmm. And you don't ask any questions. You go, okay, where, like, that viral video that's just like, hey, I need you to do something with me. You can't ask any questions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's
that's
just
from
like,
the movie The Town.
Whose car do we take? Yeah. Right.
That's from the movie The Town with Ben Affleck and Jeremy, whoever his name.
Jeremy Renner. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, that's, so when we would use that term, let's go, that's exactly what that meant. It was like, let's go. All right, where are we going? What are we doing? It's what it is. And if you're in my inner circle, that's extended to, that's extended to you. Let's go. All right.
You
So
gotta
if
look
you
out for your
use
brothers, man. You gotta look out for your brothers,
yeah, 100%. And that's the thing is like, you might not deal, you might not tolerate the negative, whatever, but if somebody is in the darkness, we need to be available to them so that, you don't have to go through the darkness by yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. You're right. And if you have a buddy out there too who gets kind of quiet, you got to check on him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's something that we talk about a lot on this program. It's I call it affectionately, I call it the darkness. And the darkness doesn't allow you to talk to people. It doesn't allow you to. I have the greatest outreach in the universe. I have an extremely supportive family. I have the most supportive friends. I mean, people that would that would fight in the foxhole beside me. That's how strong of a network that I have. But when I'm in the darkness, I can't talk to any of them. I don't reach out to any of them. I don't be like, hey, I'm experiencing this, or hey, I'm having this thought, or I'm going through whatever it is I'm going through. But when Rick Smith calls me at about 12:30 every day, or maybe closer to 2:00, when Rick Smith calls me at 2:00 every day just to check in on me, like, that darkness it
fades away a little bit, right?
It recesses, it disappears, and you're just like, hey man, thanks for calling me. And then I just explode on him. I'm just like, this is what has just happened. You know what I mean? And I just vomit all over him with whatever turmoil I'm going through. But for me to actually pick up the phone and be like, hey Rick, I'm going through this, I need your help, will never happen. And that's why it is so important for you to like, hey, I haven't heard from this person in a while. Let me just reach out to them and make sure they're okay.
Of course, I'm sure everyone in here has that. I have people who I know when they get a little bit too quiet, or I haven't heard from them in a while, I make sure I pick up that phone and give them a call. And it's usually my hunch is correct too. Usually they got something they want to talk to me about.
Yeah.
And I can tell once they talk to me and I talk to them, I can tell that,
that burden has been removed. Like you've
uplifted them.
You put light into that darkness, and that darkness has nowhere to be. That's the most beautiful part of that whole story.
Exactly.
Yep. Every week he tells Rick Smith that Jamie called me again. He wants the apex. He wants the Titan.
No, usually it's Rick Smith calling me like, hey, I talked to Jamie, and how come you haven't done X, Y, and Z? And
there we go.
That's it.
Let's go.
I don't know. You're right. I should have done this.
Right, Rick. Stay on him. Stay on him, Rick.
Exactly.
I do. I was like, Jamie said this, and well, the other day you said Jamie told you to whatever. Did you do it? Do what? Jamie, and I have to spell it all out.
He's like, what happened?
Jamie said that? I was like, call him, text him. Yes. Are you sure? Oh my God. Just do it.
I wish that I could deny it, but yeah, he's right.
A call or a text can go a long way with somebody.
Long way, yeah,
for sure.
Very long way. I've had people in my life who told me months after the fact.
Yeah, Dan, it is time for you to try it.
I'm glad you called me back then. Yeah,
so forth.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. Always good. Shout out to Nate Brad. He's watching the fights with me. This Netflix card is nuts.
Jamie, BTW wants to know if any of these fights are going to go more than one round.
Yeah, the next fight, Nate Diaz will go 2-3 rounds for sure.
Who's Nate Diaz fighting? Anybody significant?
Yeah, he's fighting a good guy. I can't think of his name right now.
I love the Diaz brothers, man. I love the Diaz brothers.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like Nate might be, obviously he's past his prime. So he's probably just doing this for the cash. You know what I mean? At this point.
100%.
Yeah, he's past his prime, man. But you got to love the Diaz brothers, bro. OGs in the game. Rick, why are you looking like you're falling asleep up there, man?
Rick fell
No,
asleep.
I
He's
was-
taking a nap.
No, I was looking at something. I have not watched any. You know, I was just thinking probably Mike Tyson. I used to like to watch him, and I just the MMA, UFC.
Mike Perez, yeah.
I couldn't tell you. I mean, I know some names, but I just don't keep up with it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't watched. I was hardcore UFC for a long time, but after, I don't know, had kids, around 2020, I stopped paying attention. So now I just tune into the crazy, Netflix fights and.
Hey,
just the
Chris,
big
I don't know
ones.
if you know this, but Jamie the Cleaner used to be WWF. Guy is a pro wrestler.
I
He used to
trained wrestling one time.
off the top rope onto somebody's noggin.
Are you guys joking around right now? Or what?
No, for real. Like, Jamie,
had
tell
a-
me your backstory.
I had a backyard wrestling promotion I ran through high school.
Oh, okay.
And then I trained when I was about 25. This dude started up a wrestling camp, so I did that for about a year. Dude's name was Big Daddy Yum Yum.
So, was your name Jamie the Cleaner from your wrestler, and you just transitioned it over into
No,
DJ?
so it was famously it was going to be probably like James Payne or something. That was my like working name.
Yeah.
And then I got
James
hurt.
Payne.
I got hurt after about a year.
Dang.
One of my training partners didn't know you were supposed to not really actually do the submission hold. You know what I mean? And, and like tweaked my knee. So like my kneecap was like sideways. Did like 6 weeks of rehab to get it back straight.
Yeah.
And then I was like, all right. So, and we were, it was a small town kind of wrestling deal. So it's like, am I really going anywhere with this, or what else am I going to do on my weekends? And then I picked detailing. So just been detailing.
Jamie, that
Ever
would work.
since.
That would work as a wrestling name, though. Jamie the Cleaner, like cleaning house, like Jamie the Cleaner.
Well, it's still an ode to, the entertainment side.
100%. I love
Yeah.
that. I love that. This is what a great. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if
Hey, Chris, have you had any encounters with female detailers in Florida, and have you encouraged them, and have you been able to do a meet the detailer with a female detailer?
It's funny this question comes in. I was just discussing this today with a friend of mine, saying that we need some women on the channel. I would love to highlight some female detailers, man, because I know they're out there. I have not met any person. Hold on, let me think real quick. No, I don't think I've met any. I'm lying. I think I know one or two ladies who detail, but none on the channel so far. But I would love to showcase some women. I mean, you got to represent for the ladies too, right?
For sure.
Yeah.
My old co-host Eileen. She's a badass out in California. You should definitely interview her. I don't know if all of your interviews have to be in person, or if you can bring it to this kind of a platform where you're doing an interview via Zoom. But Eileen, she is a bad mofo when it comes to like RV cleaning and detailing.
Right.
Holy cow, we got ourselves what?
I mean, you know how the Instagram.
How does that work, Jamie?
The algorithm works too. You see female detailers popping up on my Instagram, but none that I know of in my area, to be honest.
Hey, look at that super chat from Diamond.
$4.99. Oh snap!
How does that even work?
It goes straight to your YouTube revenue.
I didn't know that was a thing.
You've got them before, you goob, and I call you a goob because you've got them before.
Okay.
Is that Dan's Diamond? Big up Dan.
Yeah, Dan's Diamond Detailing. Rock on. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it.
God, you see what I put up with, Jamie?
I know it. I do with him on the weekly basis too. I know it, Rick Smith. I know it.
Yeah, you should, Chris. You should. Eileen would be a good one. You should do a Meet the Detailers podcast. That's something that's something you should check into and research and see if you want to do it.
Right.
And I mean, you could spend an hour or so doing a Meet the Detailers podcast, and it could be a lot cheaper and a lot. You could get to know a lot more.
Oh yeah,
people.
much far. You have a much farther reach for sure. I mean, she brings East Coast attitude with West Coast chill vibes. Eileen is awesome.
That's cool.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
and this thing is gonna go places, man. So who knows what's gonna happen? But podcasting, I've never thought about it, but now that you guys bring it up, who knows, man?
yeah. I mean, I mean, come on, Chris. You watch Rogan. This ain't Rogan, okay? I mean, if we can do it, you can do it.
I hear you. Right now, we're just kind of in the streets, you know. Right now,
Yeah.
it's just right now we're just kind of in the streets, focused on that, actually meeting up in person. But like
Look,
I said, who knows where we'll go, you know?
Jamie's sitting there all chill. He's doing his thing. That's pretty much how Jamie rolls. You need to watch a podcast, to be on a podcast with his cohort Eddie. You want to go off the rails? Now,
Jamie's busy watching the fight right now. That's what he's doing.
yeah, but I mean, but you could definitely do it.
Yeah, I'm positive that this whole project I'm working on now is going to open up some doors, you know. So who knows what's going to happen? Podcasting could be something, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you just need to get your good vibes, because we all, me, Jamie, Aaron, people in the chat, we know tons of people that are just full of good vibes.
Maybe you need a platform to launch this podcast. Anybody would know us? So does anybody know a media platform that maybe we could reach out?
That would be absolutely stellar.
Hey, never know.
I'll tell you,
Chris, in all seriousness. So, I don't know if you know this, but No Direction Detail is the second most watched video on THOR Media's podcast.
I'm gonna have to run some numbers on that one.
I looked. I look every single week. I look to see the
run
numbers.
some serious numbers on that.
Yeah, seriously. Nick at Night, he wins. Other than Nick at Night, No Direction Detail, Mr. Bryan's Neighborhood is the number 2 watched show. You need to talk to Jamie off air, and he has the perfect platform for Meet the Detailers. That would be such a perfect fit for both you and Jamie. Meet the Detailers on THOR Media. Wow.
Yeah, we'll set up a phone call this week, Chris. We'll talk through it.
Jamie, I know that you know, I mean, not to pat yourself on the back, but what a great idea.
I thought so. So Chris, this is what I was trying to go for with the House of Rags YouTube channel. I really liked like the Bon Appetit channel. It was like a cooking channel, so it's about Bon Appetit's the umbrella company, but they've got all these chef influencers. So each episode, each video that pops up on Bon Appetit YouTube channel is never the same host. Like it's always a different chef, and each chef teaches you their way of cooking, just like detailers have their way of detailing. So I'm like, this is the perfect like model that no one's copying. Like, you know, if you go to, let's say, Adams, you're seeing Adams do it, you know, their way every single time, and they use their products, you know, that kind of thing. Yeah. But with our umbrella style of having many brands, Phoenix, Detail Code, blah, blah, blah. What if I could pull together a media network full of real detailers that have influence, you know, influencer credentials, so they're used to being in front of, you know, you can't just go get a random detailer and put them in front of a camera and hope you get a good show. So, like, you got to at least be, you know, a YouTuber as well, and put them all on the network and see how that goes. And so far, you know, we just crossed 40,000 subs.
Yeah, for example, Chris, they didn't want me at all.
No, He's like, give me a shot, coach.
They wanted Brian.
Put me in, coach.
They wanted Brian, and Brian was like, I'm not doing this. I don't want to do it. And then Brian called me, and it was like, hey, the House of Rags wants me to do a podcast, but I'm not going to do it unless you do it. And so I called Jamie, and I was just like, Jamie, Brian will do it only if he can bring me with him, and Jamie was like, I don't care as long as you bring Brian. I don't care what you do as long as you bring Brian. And I was like, all right, Brian, we're in.
So, for example, I know Thor Media has a few different podcasts under their umbrella already, right? Christie's own being one of them, right?
Yeah.
Right now, we've narrowed it down to basically 2 podcasts. The Thor show, like we should do the Thor updates and stuff, and then Christy does her podcast on Mondays and Thor's on Thursdays, and everyone else is more like episodic. Like this guy tests a soap every episode or something, or he's talking about Papa Cut or how to like you did wax. Your last wax video actually got pretty good views.
It did.
Which is probably where you're getting all the data from. It is a good video.
I looked
You've
through,
stepped up big time on season 2. All right, I've been very impressed.
I scrolled. You know, we're getting around 2K a video, so
you're figuring it out now. Only if you could do that on the Phoenix E.O.D YouTube channel as well, and we,
that's never going to happen because we just do dumb stuff on Phoenix.
So, but
what made you come up with that name though? The Corner Hangout.
So it used to be Curmudgeon's Corner. The original title to the podcast was called the Curmudgeon's Corner, and that's because I'm a curmudgeon. I really am. I'll give you a perfect example.
Yeah, he's real. I mean, I
got to be honest with you. Thank you for segueing into this because I'm still angry. I'm still angry about this.
Chris, I like you, but you screwed up.
Here we go.
Oh man, why shouldn't I ask about this?
So yesterday I went to Ace Hardware over in Westmont, New Jersey. And I bought 2 items. One was was fuel lines for a leaf blower and carburetor cleaner for the same leaf blower.
Carburetor cleaner.
The total came to $15.97. I gave them $16, and the girl behind the counter took my money and then closed the cash drawer. And I said, you owe me 3 cents. And she goes, oh, we no longer give out pennies.
You don't get pennies no more, bro.
And I go, why don't you give out pennies?
You're lucky they took your cash.
He said, because they stopped making pennies. And my response was, there are literally billions upon billions of pennies still in existence.
They didn't just disappear.
Like, just because they stopped making pennies doesn't mean pennies all vanished from space. Like, are you kidding me? Like you're just stealing from me. Did you ever see Superman 3? Did you ever see the movie Office Space? The entire premise around both of those movies are about stealing pennies and making millions of dollars from stealing pennies.
Amen.
Like, I was so angry. I was so pissed.
Like,
you are legally stealing from me.
Oh my God.
You are stealing money from me.
That's a good point. What scam is that called? Ponzi scam? What is that called?
Yeah, like just because they don't make pennies anymore doesn't mean that they don't exist.
Are we getting Ponzi scammed by the U.S. government? Like, what's going on?
100%. Well, not from the U.S. government, but from everybody that buys into this bullshit of pennies no longer existing.
Aaron, like, how does this tie in with the name of the podcast being Corner Hangout?
That's not a Ponzi scam. What's this called?
So anyway, okay. So to answer your question, it used to be called Curmudgeon's Corner because I am the head curmudgeon. I'm so angry about so many dumb things. Like it's pennies. I get that it's pennies, but it's the principle, and I will die on the goddamn hill of the principle. But I got a producer named Rick Smith.
You need to calm down, sir.
And Rick Smith talked to a company called the House of Rags that volunteered to be a sponsor of the program. And Curmudgeons kind of gives off the wrong.
Yeah, I've been telling you for 3 years.
The wrong
you gotta change
vibe
the name
of what we're trying to do here. So
it's not good vibes, Chris. Curmudgeon.
Exactly.
What kind of vibe does the word curmudgeon give off?
So
this, Chris, whoa. This is Aaron. Jamie, Aaron, be quiet. This is Aaron in a nutshell. Every time I mentioned anything about Curmudgeon's Corner and changing it, no, I got what you just witnessed.
Mm-hmm.
I started talking to Jamie. He's like, "Yep, got to change it." So me and Jamie, we're talking. I work on some stuff. Jamie's on board. We had the ride opening one day, and I said, and I don't think I told Jamie this, but I kind of used Jamie, and I said I had drew up some stuff, and I showed Aaron and Jamie, and I said, Jamie said this was his idea. Oh, I like that.
the
Jamie,
vibe changed.
So Jamie can tell Aaron pretty much anything, and he's
on board
cool with it. I can tell Aaron something, and I'm a dick.
Yeah.
So,
100%.
I like the name though. I like the name The Corner Hangout. You know, I like
much better name. Panel brings a good point. They didn't stop charging things. You don't have to pay the pennies also, so it kind of rounds itself out.
Well, all I'm saying is like all right, so the local convenience store up the street, a cup of coffee is $2.34, and they steal my penny there. But if it's $2.33 or less, they give me the nickel, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But at Ace, when it was 97 cents and they stole 3 pennies from me, like, how come you don't give me the nickel? Give me the nickel. Like, if let's play both ways. All right, I'll give you 2 pennies, and you give me 2 pennies, and the tie goes to the runner, which is the customer. I will swallow it. I will hate it, but I will still swallow it. But to just like rob me of 3 cents, I want to burn your entire store to the ground. Like, I want to set it on fire, and I just want to burn you to the ground on principle.
I like it. Stand on principle. I like it.
Yeah, I gotta stand on principle, man. I have a buddy of mine.
Stand on principle.
There's a wing stop that opened up near my area here. And the one everybody in my area.
Amen. Panel by panel. Amen. God bless you, sir. I salute you. Go.
Salute who? What's going on?
Yeah, he said next time they charge me 108, I'm going to slap 105 on the table.
Oh, next time they charge you
1,000%.
Oh my God.
All right, that's why it used to be called Curmudgeon's Corner, because I am so easily irritated by the stupidity of the universe. And my son was just like, hey, if it gets rid of pennies, I'm all for it. I don't care. Pennies are stupid. And I was like, that what's the word?
No, we need some pennies, man. So we have some stuff to throw in the water fountains.
When you capitulate to just absorb an extra tax for no reason, because that's what it is. It's an extra tax on the taxpayer, and you just capitulate and be like, it doesn't matter, man, I don't care. Like TikTok, when it comes to privacy, I said the same. I said I don't do TikTok because they have zero regards for your privacy. He's like, everybody knows your information anyway, so who cares?
China don't give a dang.
Yeah. I don't know. It just hurts my brain. I always tell people I'm a Gen X going on Boomer, or I'm a Gen X with a degree in Boomer. That's where I sit. Sorry.
So what's your position, Chris?
They're making us wait on a fight for 10 minutes. It says Diaz Perry starts in 10 minutes 30 seconds. Now, okay, I don't agree with that. Let's get this show on the road. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, all right, continue, Rick Smith.
He misses Aaron doing TikTok. Yeah, that's because my marketing girl quit.
What's up, Rick?
I couldn't afford her.
Shut up, Aaron. Them good vibes.
Good vibes.
Let's get back to them good vibes.
Back to the good vibes.
Yeah, man.
Stop stealing my pennies.
Just go with it.
Chris, do you have a Wingstop story?
I did start a Wingstop story. You really want to hear it real quick? It's based on being a curmudgeon, right?
Yeah, Keith brought it up.
I love stories.
All right. The original Wingstop everybody in my area used to order from was in a certain city, not too close to us. They just opened one recently, very close to us. So I have a buddy of mine who refuses to order to the one super close to us because they charge like $1 more for a dozen wings. So he'll still drive to the far town just to say because it's a principle thing.
Stand
Yes.
on business.
I
How
love
dare they
him.
charge
I
$1
want to be
extra?
his friend. I
You
want
know,
to be.
how dare they charge $1 extra? So he still goes to the original place just to save $1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 100% okay with that. Dude, I will drive so far out
That's
of my
great.
way for 4 cents a gallon on gas just because I refuse to reward bad behavior. I will go to that guy to reward good behavior than to go to the guy right down the street that charges 4 cents more for a gallon of gas because F that guy. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to play that ball.
So Rick, you wanted to ask me something?
Hell, Chris, I done forgot everything that was on my mind. I did.
What's your friend's name? I want to friend him on Instagram.
I think I should have fell back on that Wingstop story. I think that Wingstop story.
I want to friend you. I want to friend your friend on Instagram just because of that story alone.
I mean,
Aaron doesn't have any friends.
Yeah, that's true. They're all acquaintances.
So,
how long have we been live? 3 hours.
2 hours and
Lord.
50 minutes.
Jamie wants to go watch that Ronda Rousey fight. Is it started yet?
No, 10 minutes till Nate Diaz fights. So we still got that fight.
Oh, goddamn. All right.
So, yeah.
It's gonna be like an hour and a half before before Gina takes the crown.
So let me ask. I don't know.
That's not happening.
And I may get trouble for asking, but is this fight predetermined or is it a genuine fight?
I mean, I don't know, but no. Seems like
honestly, what are your thoughts? I mean, like
we've had 3
we're talking about like the Tyson fight. Clearly, Tyson was
injured.
Tyson was on the tape for sure.
I disagree. I think he's 60 and had a knee injury.
I
think he did his best.
You think so? Like it really looked like he was pulling punches.
He's 60. Let's see you put some boxing gloves on and get out.
Like my dad is 60. Dude, my dad is 78, and I would not step into a ring. With
still
him.
Beat up all of us. Absolutely.
Hell yeah, I would not get in a ring with my dad at 78. No, sorry,
look,
not going to do it. Like, hey, fun story. This is going back probably 15. It's got to be before. It was before Jacob. So we're going back 25 years. Me and 3 of my buddies went out to my parents' house in northwestern PA, and we decided to get into a paintball fight, and it was me and my dad versus 3 of my buddies and my cousin.
Yep.
My dad goes into the garage, and he comes out in a full ghillie suit.
Nice.
And he says, how about I just use a knife? And we were all just like, no, that's not, we're going to play paintball. We're not doing knife fights. We're playing paintball. And I was killed very quickly. All three of them came up on me and pinched me, and I was murdered immediately. And then my dad systematically for the next 3, he killed the first 2 guys immediately, just both of them, zap. And then he stalked my cousin for the next 3 hours to the point where my cousin was just like, F this, I quit. I'm not doing this anymore. This is stupid. And then my dad shot him.
What a savage.
Yeah, exactly. Like he is the predator. He's the predator. I'm just saying, like it's just.
Dude, the paintball era was wild.
It really was. It was a good time. It was a great.
The only reason Aaron got killed because he wouldn't shut up long enough.
All I'm saying is that at age 60, Tyson can still destroy human beings.
No, for sure. I think the fight would have been pretty good if he wouldn't have had a knee injury. He definitely had a knee injury.
Okay, all right. I'll take your word for it. Jamie, you are the pro here. I'll take your word for it. I do like the fact that dude. What was that kid's name? He got his jaw wired from the next fight.
Yeah, the next fight because he fought the heavyweight champion of the world.
Yeah, that guy was not playing around.
Dumb idea.
I'm not playing that game. You can stick your tongue out all you want. I'm just going to take your jaw off.
Yeah, but there's no YouTuber involved in these fights. This is like real MMA people.
For sure.
So, Chris, what's your favorite movie?
Favorite movie? Oh man, that's gonna be not just one, man. I got a few favorite movies.
All
man.
right, give me your Mount Rushmore.
Uh I can give you some solid movies I like. I don't know if they're gonna be off the top of my head. Heat
Ooh,
with
Oh,
Al
banger.
Pacino and Robert De Niro and the late Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer. Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
remember that movie? You guys know that movie, right?
Oh hell yeah, I got it upstairs.
It's a great movie. I love Goodfellas is a good movie.
Classics.
Yeah, more of the older classic stuff. I can't really tell of a more modern movie that I really enjoyed. Couldn't really tell you one, but you know, it's a good movie too. Am I getting the title right? Is it with it's with Sean Penn? It's called Mystic River, I think.
Yeah, oh yeah. Is that
Yeah.
my daughter? Is
Yeah,
that my daughter in
that was a good
there?
movie. The same one we kind of mentioned earlier with Ben Affleck and Jeremy Renner, the Town.
Okay.
I think it's a real good movie. One of my favorites. You know, I'm in Miami, so of course Scarface is a classic. So you can't be living in Miami and not love Scarface.
Okay. Okay.
Right. This is a great movie. I love.
Well, what are you watching TV wise?
That's off the top of my head. Those
what are you
couple
watching? Like, if you were to like go downstairs into your man cave, what would you turn on the television?
You know, honestly, I don't watch much TV these days.
No,
Oh.
like yeah, who watches TV
Yeah, man.
besides fights?
Yeah, fights. Trying to think of something. If I watched something that I enjoyed recently on maybe like Netflix or something. Animal Kingdom was a good series I watched not too long ago on Netflix. I don't know if you guys ever heard about that show.
Yeah.
No, I got rid of Netflix about a year ago.
Yeah. Yeah, but you know, back to the
All right.
movies. Heat is definitely up there. I could watch Heat over and over and over again. I could never get
Sure.
tired of that movie. Yeah.
The podcast that I listen to this podcast every single day. It's absolutely fantastic. It's called the Rewatchables, and it is basically, you know, 2 to 3 guys every week talking about a movie that they could rewatch every single time. So they'll spend 2 to 3 hours talking about a movie that they, you know, would watch over and over and over again. And they just well, I don't know if they just did it because I scrolled to the very first episode and I've been listening to everyone since, but they did a review of Heat. And it was just like, oh, I got to go watch it again. And so I went upstairs and I have the DVD and I watched Heat again. Heat is fantastic. It is such a fantastic movie.
Of course. I mean, they got two of the greatest, Al Pacino and Robert De Niro in a movie together. I'm like, come on, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I've lost a lot of faith in one of those actors in recent years. But it definitely all comes together.
You heard that one I just said?
As far as TV is concerned, do you have Amazon Prime?
I don't know. No.
Yeah.
I probably have it, but I haven't watched anything on Amazon recently.
Amazon Prime, it's on MGM, which is like, I think it's like a $7 add-on, but you can get it free for a 7-day trial. The TV show is called Rogue Heroes, and I am in love with it. I've probably watched it 19 times. Rogue, like I told you in the beginning of the podcast, I'm a huge lover of history. Rogue Heroes is a true story about pre-World War II, the SAS from England and how they went after the Nazis in northern Africa. Is so good, and I love how basically opening credits will read every event that you're about to see is based on a true event, although this is not a history lesson. And then it goes. And what's cool about this show is as they're telling the story, they will weave in actual footage from World War II. So like when this is happening in the TV show, all of a sudden they'll put in what is happening, like real footage from World War II. So like, this stuff actually happened, and it is bananas. I love it. It's so much fun. Rogue Heroes is easily, in my opinion, some of the best TV that's ever been made.
Oh yeah, Nate Diaz is 41 now. That's wild. I didn't know that.
Say that again.
41. He said Nate Diaz is 41 now.
Yeah.
He's fighting a 34-year-old Mike Perry.
So that means Nick is at least 45, 46 then.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember Nate was like 19.
The Gladiator.
Gladiator, yep.
Gladiator is a good movie. Shawshank Redemption.
That's a good
All right,
one.
so Gina's only 44.
It's not only. She's 44. That's
I'm just saying.
That's like Chris jumping in the cage. Chris, you ready to jump in a cage and fight another man?
Oh,
Like, could you imagine? Yeah, could you imagine?
Jamie, feel free to jump in the cage with my dad. Go nuts.
Yeah, I'll get in there.
Can I use a
Thanks.
knife? Can I use a knife?
Yeah.
No,
Jank.
no, you can't use a knife. You have to use a paintball. Oh, God.
So something that hasn't been talked about, this bunch likes to talk about, I don't know a lot about, your favorite food, any Jamaican food that's really good. I don't know anything about Jamaican food.
Man, you guys missing out then. Missing out. You have any Jamaican restaurants up there in Virginia, man?
I know there's two where I live.
No, I don't.
You don't know any? Yeah, I mean,
What about, is it the same as jerk? Is it the same thing as jerk?
yeah, well, jerk would be considered a Jamaican dish, I suppose, but that's the one that's probably more talked about or more famous worldwide.
Yeah.
But there are way more dishes.
Way more than that. Yep.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So pretty much I enjoy Jamaican cuisine, of course. And then I also enjoy a good barbecue. I enjoy good Asian food, whether it's Chinese food or Japanese food, sushi, stuff like that. Good Italian food is always great. A nice pasta is good. And I like, typical American cuisine too, like burgers, wings. But I eat a little bit of everything, man. Pizza, Italian stuff too. Well, you have all different types: Chicago style, New York style.
It
And
says
down here,
ackee and saltfish is Jamaica's national dish.
Yeah.
Frequently served at breakfast, while jerk chicken, slow cooked over pimento wood, is the most famous savory dish. Other popular foods include curry goat, fried festival, a
Curry
sweet,
goat,
crunchy bread, an
Curry
oxtail
goat,
stew,
man.
commonly accompanied by rice and
Oxtail.
peas, plantains, or boiled bananas.
Yeah, fun fact about ackee. Ackee is our national fruit also. But the thing about the ackee now is you have to make sure it's poisonous unless you have to wait till the pod opens up and then take the ackee out. If the ackee is still enclosed in its pod, it's poisonous.
Anytime a national dish opens with, hey, you have to wait until, or else
I'm out. So that's that weird fruit that that opens slowly, like you only like half of it at a time, and then later it opens more.
Yeah, so you gotta.
That's Jamaican. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's Jamaican food. So
What's Jamaican coleslaw?
Jamaican coleslaw. I don't really think we have a coleslaw in Jamaica as such.
I love coleslaw.
Chelsea, you're gonna have to explain yourself, because apparently Jamaican coleslaw is not a thing.
Yeah, it's not really like coleslaw. I don't really think it's a
Peas and beans. Well, what kind of peas?
Yeah, rice and peas. It's just rice, pretty much, with a type of peas. It's maybe like a red kidney bean type of peas.
Oh yeah, I bet that hits. Oh, I love rice and beans and peas.
And cook it down with, like, if you're really cooking some real authentic rice and peas, now you gotta, instead of like cooking the rice with water, you kind of cook it with like coconut milk. And cook it down that way and add different seasonings and spices and stuff.
Yeah, here in Louisiana, we got black eyed peas and little rice. Oh my God.
Jamie, I gotta ask you a question.
Yeah.
I want the real answer. what Ivan really think about your crawfish boil. I know Sophie, or not Sophie, but Sylvie was all on board.
Yeah.
But what did Ivan really think of that experience?
He was out. He's out. So I start getting the stepbrother starts, or brother-in-law starts bringing in, the pots and stuff, and he's setting up because we did it right in the driveway. You know, Ivan's big on what's the next video we're filming. And you get what Ivan you're filming, he's already thinking about the next one. So it's like 2. He's like, okay, so I guess later today we'll film this, and I'm like, no, this is it. Like once this starts, that's it. It's the rest of the day, dog. And he was like, all right then. No, yeah, I messed up. I should have made him try a tail instead of the claw, because the claw is a little squishier and not as flavorful, where the tail is.
Yeah, tail's where it's at.
Tail's where it's at. Yeah. So it messed up. I should have forced him to eat that. I didn't know he'd be one and done though. He was like, I'm out. He walked away.
I brought that up, Chris. I don't know if you saw Jamie's video with that and the crawfish boil, but do you like a crawfish boil? Do you like that kind of food?
I can't say that I've eaten crawfish before, to be honest.
You need to check out Jamie's video.
I'll show you the video. Here, pull it up, Rick Smith. I got to share it. Hold on. Share screen. Ivan's first and last crawfish boil. Look, about right here, Ivan's like, so when is this going to be done? This is the rest of the day. We started at 2 and ended at 8:30. Look at that. You boiled in
Dude, I would be so all over that. Are you kidding me? Like, you couldn't pull me away from that.
He's got his recipe perfected.
Good God, man. That is just amazing. Oh.
That looks real good.
Yeah, he's on point. He makes a mean bowl crawfish.
Ivan wouldn't get down on that?
No, he was out. He was disgusted. Look at him. He's like, ugh.
Yeah, but he'll eat bus cheese. Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah. All right. Cool.
Hey, Nate Diaz walking out. Let's go. Yeah.
Whatever.
You pinch that
Jamaican
tail.
style coleslaw is a vibrant, creamy, and tangy side dish that perfectly balances spicy jerk chicken or savory curry goat. Unlike traditional slaws, the Caribbean twist comes from a dressing spiked with tropical warm spices like allspice and nutmeg.
That sounds pretty good.
It does sound pretty good. I'm down with that.
Nutmeg is a big thing in Jamaica, yeah.
Oh, look how good that looks. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it looks good, for real.
Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy.
Here he goes. Watch him. Watch him. One claw. He did dip it in the fake butter. That's pretty good. He went in. He got him a good bite. My first and last crawfish bowl. Sylvie was in. She ate her a whole tray.
Dude, you couldn't pull me away from that vat. You could not pull me away from that vat. Are you kidding me? Good lordy lord.
I mean, you can just from Jamie, from where you're from and the people around you, I knew that had to be good because of the stir. What's your brother-in-law?
Yeah.
It's got the fleur de lis stamped in it.
Right on the paddle.
Yeah.
You ain't playing around. You got the fleur de lis right on the paddle. It adds flavor.
Rick, check your phone.
Yeah, this Nate Diaz about to fight. We're gonna wrap this up or what? Look, blue towels, Titan, 25% off.
Yeah, we're doing one more. We're gonna do one more question. If you're up for it,
one
Jamie,
more question.
If you want to sponsor one more, we're gonna sponsor one more.
They ain't sponsoring crap. I'm watching Nate Diaz, Mike Perry, Netflix. So you know how much Netflix costs?
Fight time.
Yeah, fight time. I ain't got time for sponsors.
Is my girl Gina throwing down finally?
No, she'll be next hour. Nate Diaz just started.
Oh, who cares? I only care about Gina.
Hey, this is the fight.
Nah,
this is the fight
I
right
want
here.
to see what's up with Nate Diaz too. It's my guy.
He's the man.
Oh, righty.
I got a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
You doing a giveaway?
Yeah.
I'll throw out the question if you're ready.
All right, give me 1 second. All right, corner family, we got to talk about this towel for a second. The THOR Freebird 600, aka the Titan towel. And yes, they literally color matched the thing to match Phoenix's EOD's Titan, which immediately makes me irrationally happy.
No one did that.
Yes, you did. But here's the thing: this towel isn't just pretty; it is stupid plush, like
Firebird.
absurdly soft. This is the kind of towel that you grab when you're doing final wipe downs, spray sealants, coatings, detail sprays, garage queen paint. Basically, anytime you don't want to induce marring or drag junk across the finish. This thing feels premium and the second you touch it. So tonight we're giving away one, along with a 16-ounce bottle of Phoenix E.O.D. Titan Hybrid Detail Spray.
It's going down, Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about to start. Nate Diaz, baby.
That's right. One bottle of Titan, one THOR Freebird 600
Is it
Titan
free on
towel.
Netflix right now?
There we go. Yeah.
Courtesy of the friends
Here we go.
at thehouseofrags.com. I have the 400 and I love it. There you go. Firebird. Thank you, Dan's Diamond Detailing. And don't forget promo code The Corner gets you 10% off. Now let's see who wins this thing. All right. Go ahead, Rick, with your question.
So,
What's the question?
what did
Woo, there we go.
so what did
The live
Chris,
reads go so much better when I'm not drunk. Go ahead.
so what did Chris do before detailing, and how long did he do it?
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. 18 people are watching.
Oh, it's over. Look, Nate Diaz get you on the ground. That's a wrap.
Mhm.
That's a wrap. Look, he about to wrap him up.
Oh shit, he's on his back though.
Oh, that's even better. Look, you
Truck
want him
driver,
on his back.
Congratulations. And more than a year. Almost. So close. So close.
He was a truck driver. Y'all got that
More
much.
than 2 years. More than 3 years. Oh, Ghost is just going to keep ramming off the years until he hits it. 4.
Look at that knee bar. That's a wrap. Look, he about to wrap him up.
15 years. Close.
It's gonna be a quick fight.
69 years.
What are you giving away? The house.
One of your towels and the bottle of Titan.
Well, Nate got it.
Okay.
Nate did?
I think on my end, I see a winner.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Nate Brad, email me, Aaron at phoenixeod.com with your mailing address, and we'll get you all of that information.
Chris, it's been a genuine pleasure having you on the show, getting to know you and making connections and spreading the good vibes. And I tell you what, this has been we've had some really good guests on the corner, and you were right up there on top of the heap.
And in Stockton, you don't block, all right?
All right. All right.
You slap, all right? You get in there.
It was Stockton slap.
Enthusiast Nate, I appreciate
Smack
you.
him up.
You guys are awesome.
Yeah, he's going to bleed 100%. 100%. Jab, jab. There we go. Look at them jabs. And jabs add up, all right?
I approve of the Sylvester Stallone block with your face approach to things.
It works. Look, he's won many a fight like this, all right? He's got to get bleeding first before he kicks in the gear.
He's got to get mad first.
Yeah, he's got to get a little mad. Oh, he's wiping his eyes. Yeah, that's when you know you about to get it. All right, he wipes that eyeball. Look at that. See what I tell you? He wipes that eyeball.
These guys used to be known for their grappling and their cardio too. They're like, you would never
Block with
get
your face.
tired.
Oh,
Block with your
popping
face.
him
That was a
now.
nice-
Block
that
with
was a
your
nice
face.
left. Come on, Nate. Open up on him.
Block
man.
with your face.
Oh,
Keep your face up. Keep your face up.
watch those kicks, man.
How old is the black trunks?
34. He's pretty
34
young.
versus 44. Is that what
He's
you're
in his
telling me?
prime for sure.
So it's like you fighting Chris.
Now, there's a big difference between 34 and 36. I tell you what, I felt pretty good at 34. 36, I'm feeling it. You know what I mean? I need to go to chiropractor. I need
Oh, yeah.
ibuprofen.
Seriously. At age 52, it's like, I think I'm just gonna sit this one out, guys.
Wait till you hit 40.
Come on, Nate.
Mm-hmm.
All right. He warmed up the first round. All right. He warmed up the first round. We'll give him
All
that.
right.
All right, everybody. Chris, it's been
Hey.
a pleasure. We will talk
man.
next week, sir. We got some stuff to talk about.
Yeah,
For
hit you up. I'll reach out to you on IG or something.
Yes, sir. All right, everybody. Appreciate everybody. Get the
Jamie,
Titan towel.
thanks for coming out, buddy.
Thank you,
Jamie,
sir.
nice to meet you,
It's a
bro.
pleasure.
All right, we
Big
got to
up,
do
bro.
a couple of
Hey,
things here
Ron.
on the Curmudgeon's Corner. Chris, you're welcome to stick around. If you got to run, you got to run. So be
Yeah,
it. We
man.
can talk backstage, but there's a few things that are very, very, very important to
Later. Bye, Chris.
Later,
appreciate
Jamie.
See,
the
Jamie.
house. All right. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, here we go. We got to go through the whole things. All right. Pay it forward campaign. I guess this really no longer applies because we're changing locations to Ohio. I will post the new address in Ohio if you want to send donations. But just, keep it in mind that the Pay It Forward campaign runs year round. And then, of course, you can go to our GoFundMe page. Let's see if I can bring that up. I used to be able to bring that up, but anyway, so go to this the address here for the GoFundMe page to help us ship hope. Again, thehouseofrags.com. Use the corner as your promo code to save some money to support the show. If you would like to be a guest on Curmudgeon's Corner, or somebody that would you'd like me to interview, or if you just want to contact the show in general, we will read your emails and blah 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 blah. The corner at phoenixeod.com. And of course, you can always call the Phoenix hotline, which is 609-232-2927. All right. Let's see here. I thought I wrote you down, Chris. Where is Chris? Where can they see more of you if they want to see more of you? There it is. Where can they see more of you if they want to see more of you?
Yeah, all my handles are Clean Car Chris. So there on the IG, there you have an extra S at the end.
Yep, I'm sorry about that. I mean,
everything is at Clean Car Chris. So you can check me out at Instagram and on the YouTube primarily, and then of course you already know the Meet the Detailers app. You can download in the Apple Store and in the Google Play Store, or you can log on to www.meetthedetailers.com. Join the family, guys. Sign up. It's a free sign up. We got a lot of cool little tools in there for detailers, and it's all about the networking. And
Meet the Detailers app. There you go.
Yes, sir. Thank you guys for having me, man. It was a pleasure. It was nice to actually meet your face. I mean, to see you, Rick and Ron.
You too.
It was a pleasure, man.
Thank you.
It was. Thank you very, very much.
Yeah, it really was. It was absolutely fantastic.
Of course, we'll keep in touch.
Yeah.
Okay, so suicide prevention and crisis counseling resources. If you or someone you know is struggling with suicidal thoughts, seek help from a professional and call 988. The United States' first nationwide 3-digit mental health crisis hotline. 988 will connect callers with trained mental health counselors. You can also text HOME to 741-741 in the U.S. and Canada to reach a crisis text line. You can also visit the www.apa.org/topics/crisis-hotlines. And they will connect you with whatever it is that you're facing, be it physical, emotional, substance, gambling, whatever crisis that you are facing, there is hope, and they will connect you with it. And last but not least, if you enjoyed tonight's show, please like, subscribe, and most importantly, share with someone that might benefit from hearing this message. On the corner, you are seen, you are heard, and you are loved. And we will see you, not necessarily in 2, but we'll see you on the next corner hangout because we're moving to Ohio. So thanks, everybody, for hanging out. We appreciate you. We love you, and we'll see you soon. Thanks.
All right, guys.